It's a crime and shame with Sunny Justice. See here. Okay. Hey guys. So I'm not coming on camera today because I wasn't actually even going to do a live. And the only reason I'm actually doing a live is because someone named Adam was whining and saying that Sunny, you're ruining my whole night. I was preparing myself to do a live, but I just didn't feel like doing one. But then I started feeling bad for Adam. And then I think Deb's going to come on in a minute as well. So I'll talk a little bit, but I'm really going to let them talk. So whoever wants to stay around can stick around. I've been I was up till 4 last night looking at a bunch of different stuff. And then I was back up at 8 a.m. And, and then I went out of consciousness for a few hours and then back up and then out of consciousness. So that's kind of been my day to day. So I was like, I don't feel like doing a lot today. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I just saw Marvelous Investigates do a live. So hey, Deb, come on, you guys. Started this live. Get your asses on here. Where are you guys? Anyways, you know what? While we're waiting or whatever, doesn't matter. CD, his channel is Analysis of a Crime, and we are so close for him being at. Actually, let's see. Let me just go into my history for a sec here. And
you have to do that thing.
Let's see here. Oh, so yeah, he's at 933 subscribers, according to what I'm looking at here. So he's so close to 1,000. I'm pushing for him because he's such a great guy, just to hit the 1,000 mark. Yeah. And okay, 1 second here, actually. One sec, guys. Okay, 1 second. All right. So let me just stop screen for a sec. Oh, there's Deb. Okay, there she is. I was just like, oh my god, like where is Mr. Whiny Adam anyway? Where's
right,
that bitch?
Yeah.
Right.
He cried to go live. I'll tell you where he is. He's getting all made up purdy.
Oh, that's probably what's going on there. I know. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do this live. Okay, fine. I was just going, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going to go. No, I do not want to get out of bed. Do not. I just want to lay here and look around at shit. My brain's on massive overload. I'm tired. I'm not even hangry or anything because I had a sub my husband bought me.
Right?
And just
Adam had to cry like a little baby.
I know, right? Oh, hi Brett, how are you? Yeah. So I don't even know if anyone's live besides I seen Marvelous Investigates go live just as I was literally about to hit the live for ours here. So I don't know if anyone else is doing a live, but I was gonna just quickly go over to where did I bring his up again? Yeah, the Delphi. Okay.
Trying to get it all set up here.
Okay, there he is. So, again, if anyone's watching or whatever, hi Sloopy, hey Sloopy, hey Sloopy. Like, I ain't going on camera, just so you know. I'm gonna say that again. Ain't going on camera. If you wanna like run and hide, right? I look like Medusa.
I look worse than that.
Oh no, I look worse than okay. Then I look worse than that by times 10. You can't beat me. I'm pretty sure I win.
I'm telling you, I'm looking bad. I sat outside in the cold at a soccer game yesterday, and my lips got so chapped.
Oh, sucker.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I always typically have some sort of form of chapstick or lip gloss just because I hate dry lips. I hate them.
I usually do too, but I didn't. I left my purse in the car because I was freezing. It was raining. I had an umbrella, bottle of water with me, and so yeah.
Oh,
But it was like really wind chapped. The wind was bad.
yeah. Oh, hey, Adam just said, and I'm just gonna put this out there because Adam's saying it. He said, haha, okay, let me pee. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
Oh, like so that means he's really getting ready probably while he's peeing.
right.
That's pretty much what's gonna go on. Um,
You know that's it.
yeah. So whoops, I'm gonna drop CD's channel. So you guys, CD is at 933 according to what I'm seeing here. I was wanting him to get him to 1,000 the other day. He's just like I said, great guy, great heart. Reddit can kiss our asses. I seen some stuff that Reddit was doing, and Reddit is no better than the Facebook groups. Well, actually, I think Reddit actually is a little bit better than the Facebook groups, to be honest with you. I
I don't
really,
know. I
I
don't know
really
about that.
well, the thing is I don't really go to Reddit that often because
Uh-huh.
you know what? It's really no different than most of the Facebook groups. To me, they're just pointless, useless, and they're a bunch of venomous assholes and bitches. Typically, they're in those, and they're just like piranhas waiting to attack. It's like a pack of wolves. And you know what?
Yes.
These people are literally no lifers. I'm so sorry, but they literally like not all of them. Okay, I don't want to put everyone in the same group there, but the gist of a Facebook group with these type of things is that they just go on the attack all the time. It's basically there's the mods, the people that run them, then they have their friends, and their friends can get away with all the bullshit. And if anyone else says anything, like I said, then you get booted or blocked or whatever. They're just a waste of life space, to be honest with you. They really offer not a lot because really, when I do look at the Facebook groups, it's just like honestly, my brain hurts even reading the shit that people put out there. Like I would honestly, this is why I would rather do my own thing. Like do our own research, do my own research. You guys do the research with me because we're
Yeah.
trying to look at where the truth lies here, not go make up some dumbass story. To sit there and go, oh yeah, the four-legged monster in the cave, yeah, came out of the woodwork from underneath the bridge and did all of it. No, I shouldn't have said it that way because I wasn't referencing anything. Well, no, I was kind of thinking about above and be what is his name? As above.
As above, so below.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I realize he's Canadian, but dude, if you're gonna put like I swear to God, he's putting out videos just to hear himself think and talk. Like every few hours, I see this like thing notification.
And the thing is that most of the stuff he says has no basis of truth. It's his theory, and it's okay for him to say it's his theory, but he puts it out there as if it's truth and fact.
Yeah. Well, and I think I seen a video. I think like only because it popped up, and normally I don't click on it, but I popped up and I clicked on it, and he's like, I can't even remember what it was said, but it was like, I think somebody like I think I've been misled in believing it's Dunker. Now I believe it's, and I'm just like, dude, get on the right fucking side of the train track here. Like seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
post whatever you want, and every sucker can follow the stuff if they want.
I think he's like just picked up bits and pieces of
Of
everyone's
everyone's shit and put it and trying to
everyone's theory, and then trying to
yeah.
make it his own.
Good
I don't know.
evening. Yeah, look at okay. So Sloopy says, I bought a new Bluetooth speaker today, and Sonny, you sound hold on. How do I sound? Just checking. How do I sound? Do I sound like
What?
a 1-900 number?
What?
Do I sound like
Let
a
me look
hey
at
Deb, listen to me.
what?
Do I sound like a 1-900 number?
Oh, I don't. What's a 1-900 number?
Okay, okay. She's truly blonde, people. Okay, so 1-900 is a
I'm
sex.
just truly
Oh,
innocent.
yeah. Okay, 1-900. Whenever somebody makes a joke about that, 1-900 is that's when those the girls at the other end are all
Okay.
5'10",
All right.
blonde hair, blue
Yeah.
eyes, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got that
Okay,
voice. You've got that voice.
yeah. Especially when Mama's not around. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mama's got the voice too, but a lot of that too has to do with a good microphone. It picks up the nuances in your voice.
The nuances.
Yeah, because
I love it.
when I used to be on the radio, I just sounded completely different. People are like, "I can't believe that's you." And just I don't
Yeah.
know, it just picks up all the stuff.
I always found it funny though, because if I'm on the phone, people will say that. And then in
Yeah.
person, they're like, oh, your voice doesn't really sound like on the phone. And I'm like, well, no, because on the phone, you're not, when you're in real, oh, Princess Bitch is here. Oh my God. There's Mona Melissa coming. Oh, hi, Adam.
There's the prima donna.
Yeah, we're just all looking spiffy in our avatars today, aren't we?
Why am I a prima donna?
Well, are you just a Donna?
Listen,
Blood Donna?
you guys gave me crap last time and I wasn't on here. Today's your turn.
Yeah, I'm only
Well,
doing this
It's
for
your
you,
turn,
sweetheart.
Adam.
you're doing it for me?
Yeah, because I was like, Sonny, I had my day all planned. I was like, whatever am I gonna do, Sonny? And I was like, okay, Adam. I literally got up, was like, okay, pee, come back, sit down at my desktop. Instead of going into the bed right beside me and going, oh fuck Adam. But no, I was like, oh, I love you, Adam. Okay, and then I thought of that lady's post on my video saying that you look like you're a work of art.
A renaissance. He looks like a
Renaissance.
Renaissance work of art.
Yeah, with your hat. And he does, now that I think about it, because all you have to do is put a paintbrush in his hand, and he does. I understood exactly what she meant by that comment. And I was like, right. And sometimes he can look like a train conductor. Depends how I'm feeling that day.
Well, Adam, do you have a Renaissance app? I can't even talk tonight, you guys. Do you have a Renaissance, not app, filter on?
No, I don't have any filter on, Deb.
You just look so beautiful like that. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't have any filter on.
I felt it. I felt the camera about to come on, and right when you said that, he's like, "That's it, you guys. See, look at my beautiful skin. It's just natural."
Okay.
Get that back. Get that back.
Come on, Adam. Say you have a filter on, so it gives me hope that I can find one.
I really don't have a filter on. I promise.
Wow. What are the
I'll
soft
even
lights?
show you. I'll show you. Like, all I have is like a ring light.
Oh, that's what I have. Just like that, but mine's smaller.
Yeah,
That's
mine's
just
little. Yeah, mine's like.
Yeah, mine's little. Okay, maybe ours is about the same size because I just do it because it's dark in here, and I would look really dark.
Yeah, I don't have overhead lights in my bedroom. I just have I have a ceiling fan, but I don't have like the light in it, so I just have lamps.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Alexa, honestly, if Medusa was like me, that's me right now. Okay, so I look like Medusa.
I doubt that, but to answer your question, I just missed you, Sonny. That's all it really was.
Oh, and you look at my avatar.
You did not miss me.
Oh, so he goes to the comedy club yesterday, people. He goes to the comedy club. We barely hear from him. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I just missed you guys. I just missed you. Oh, I'm back. Oh, Sonny, can I do a live tonight? No.
Yeah, he missed the live. That's what he missed.
Yeah. No. Anyways, I love you guys.
We love you, Adam. We love you, Adam.
Sometimes. Remember, his ego's tame it down. Adam's gonna have his own following, and they're gonna be like, I doubt that Sonny, you were so Kate.
Right off a cliff.
Right. I paid her to say that. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna say that. I paid her to say this. Alexa's my sponsor for this channel, right? It's sponsored by Sonny's
gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go on. I mean, your nose just grew, but that's okay. Go on.
No, she's gorgeous. Have you seen Shania Twain next to her? No comparison.
Oh, I know, right?
Right?
Back in the day, I mean, I didn't even think I was whatever. But you know what? When enough people sit there and go, "Are you Shania?" I was like, you know what? And then I went to go look at who she was. And I was like, bitch, you stole all my hairdos. It's my hairdos. Except for my voice does not compare. My voice could make all the dogs in the neighborhood bark if you heard it, to be honest with you, when it comes to the singing part. I feel like God kind of robbed me of that part, to be honest. I can write music. I can play an instrument if you want me to. I can do whatever.
I can't do any of that.
What
But you think
instrument do
that
you
this
play?
voice can belt out some music? No, hell no. What?
What instrument do you play?
Oh, well, back in so when I was little, my grandma, hey, shut up, get off my thing. When I was little, my grandma had an organ. So I would sit there and go to her house and play the organ. I was the only one that did it. And of course, when she died, do you think I got the organ? Oh, no. The bitch.
Did your
Wow.
sister?
No, because you know what she did? My older sister, the bitch, was supposed to get the organ. And then my cousin, who's whose mom is a wacko jacko, her daughter got the organ. I didn't even care. I was just glad that my sister didn't get it. She's so evil. But anyway.
So, are you a pianist?
Oh, I would love, no. Okay, so, I mean, I could easily play the piano if I really set my mind to it, for sure. But no, I played the clarinet and the flute. Yeah. And then, yeah. But I really wanted to take up the piano. I just didn't. But I'm that person that can do anything I set my mind to.
Well, yeah. And anything I can't do,
it.
I don't like it anyway.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh. What'd you say,
Did
Dad?
you play any instrument?
Do I?
Yeah, or did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit of piano and guitar. My dad's a musician, so I sang in his band growing up. And
well, I think we have half a band right here just between the two of you.
Right? What about you, Adam? Do you sing? I know Mama sings.
No, I was told once that my singing sounded like a bird dying. So I will.
That's funny.
I'll refrain from that.
All right.
Okay.
In fact, I was in The Wizard of Oz once when I was in school, and they cast me as the wizard because it's the one role in the show that doesn't sing.
Maybe we're going to have to have a sing-off here again. So this is right, because me and Jenny had sing-offs. Yeah. I got no shame for myself. I don't care. Yeah. My ex-husband, literally, like, okay, so whenever he would play music as we were driving, and the minute I would start singing it all, and my voice sucks, but it doesn't suck like suck.
I've heard you sing. You sing nice.
It's barely hearable. You're whatever, you know what I mean, to the ears. But anyways, literally, if I started singing, he would go, "If you don't stop singing, I'm gonna stop this truck and I'm gonna kick you out." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Right? You know, I'm serious. He meant it. So then my son, after all those years of him saying that, my son would go, "Mom, can you stop? We just want to hear the song." Okay? Because he was mimicking his dad. And I'm just like, "Kate, you know when you're just driving down the road and listening to music and you're just having a feel-good song, you don't care really what your voice sounds like?" That's all I cared about. Really. I didn't care. But it's just kind of like I'm not even kidding. He literally was like, "I'm going to stop the vehicle if you don't shut up. I'm here to listen to the song and not you." I'm like, asshole. Right. But then my son grew up saying the same thing to me. So, you know, I just kind of felt like, you know, like sometimes people just want to sing even if their voice isn't so great, but they just feel happy listening to a song and want to sing with it.
And you should feel okay doing it when you're around your husband and son.
Well, that's why he's my ex, though, right?
Right.
My new husband of almost 7 years would never say that to me. You know, no. In fact, I like catching my husband singing because he can sing pretty good. Like sometimes I'll turn on my phone and record him without him knowing while he's singing, and he actually sings for being a British. Because you know how it's funny. This always makes me laugh when you talk to a British person and then they have their British accent, but the minute they pull out a song, all of a sudden they sound like English.
Right.
Like I call it Canadian English or North American English, and I'm like, whoa. And I always find that so strange. you know, and then they talk. And
They
then
can. I feel like they can like mimic an American accent a lot easier than an American can mimic a British accent.
yeah, for sure.
Although apparently, you know, people
Okay.
have said or have accused True Crime Bloke of being from Arkansas or Alabama. I can't remember.
What?
Mm. He's from the
I guess
UK.
people have like claimed he's really from Arkansas or Alabama. It's not true, of course, but
Yeah.
I was like, that's so
he
random.
He has a really thick Cockney accent too, so I don't know how you would think that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, hey, I don't know where Mama is. I think Mama's trying to have a life without us. You think so? You feel it? You feel it? Like, do you think she's trying to give her husband time over us? I distinctly told my husband today, honey, I love you. We don't really see each other besides when I come in from work and be hello and go to bed, and that's it. And I'm like, and it's perfect. Just perfect. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what? Honestly, it is. He's off doing his thing, streaming with his brother. I'm just doing my thing again. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no anger or any resentment there because we're both just doing things, and yet we're just a room away. It's not like he's out.
His brother live with you?
Yeah, his brother.
How long has he lived with you?
Since October. Okay. October 11th, I think. Yeah. So he works with him. He works with my husband. My husband's like 32, and Ryan will be 22. Right, coming up. My husband will be 32.
God, you're like raising children.
Yeah. Hey, no. Hey, I can rock the cradle.
I'm playing.
I know. No. That hurt a little bit. Not really.
Oh, no, I mean, you shouldn't. You should be like doing a stretch.
No, I am proud of my husband because he's more of a man than I've ever met of any man that I've come across. And I can say that with a wholeheartedness. But anyways, so basically it was like giving his brother an opportunity. Hey, get out of your room, get off the computer, even though he's on the computer. But I just mean, here, come over to Canada. You know, his brother's going to tutelage him in, working at Avid Contracting. And, you know, mostly what they do is doors and framework and stuff like that, but mostly the woodworking side of things. And so he's teaching his brother, and I'm very proud of my husband because he just knows a lot. Like he just knows. This guy can be your plumber, electrician. He can be whatever you need him to be. He just knows how to do it because he's had good tutelage of people. But because, like me, right, we both, when we want to know something, we just do it. We just learn. We listen.
What sign is he?
He's Cancer with us.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? June 22nd for him. And his brother is just before that. Okay. His brother is like June 8th or something.
Well, you know, it takes a strong man to be confident enough to let a woman be strong.
Right.
I don't mean that but you know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Men are ruled by ego, and so it's really easy for men to not want a woman to shine. Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying this, and I said this to somebody at work the other day. Mine and my husband's relationship is not a struggle at all. At all. Like if it wasn't for me sometimes being the odd bitch here and there, we would never argue, to be honest with you. You know? Which we rarely argue at all. But I'm just saying, if we do, it's usually me. Because my husband doesn't argue. I'm like, come on, honey, it's healthy to argue sometimes. And he's just like,
it is.
Nope, I don't got the time of day for that stuff. And I'm just like, fine. But my seriously, like I said, my husband just always makes me feel like I want to be a better person because of him. And that's so hard for me to say about somebody, but it's true. Anyway.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because I'm sure your path to get there was I know that your path to get
I went through a lot of freaking bumps and hoops like most people in life and whatever, right?
Deb's had it pretty good, it sounds like.
I think so.
In the richest county in Indiana. She's been married forever. She's got beautiful kids. Right.
Lives in the most pristine area of
Indiana. The richest county.
The richest. Hey guys, the only reason I said that is I didn't want to say what county I was from because I don't want somebody coming after me.
So we just said the richest.
Well, how do I say that? And that's what we're known for. So that's right.
I'm just playing with you, Deb.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
It was like one of those things racing through my mind. Like, how do I describe without giving away where I am?
Yeah.
Since I've been threatened, right? Since I've been threatened.
Yeah. Oh, right. You know, I don't. I seen that as a. Let's just call him whatever, as fluff or whatever his name is, as below and whatever blow job, whatever it is name. I can never remember it. As above, below, whatever.
As
Yeah.
above, so below, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
We'll
as
call him,
above, as
So
below.
below.
we'll just call him Zero Below. That's what we'll call him because he lives in Winnipeg.
I said True Crime Dirty Garage.
Yeah, that's right. True Crime Dirty Garage. Well, mine's Zero Below. The richest county in Indiana is not to my liking. Hey.
Who said that?
David Gray. There's Gonzo. Hey,
David is a
Gonzo.
musician.
Yeah. Gonzo. If you want to come on, just let me know. If you don't and you're just here to come say hi, that's
Is that
fine.
the real Gonzo?
It's the real Gonzo. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. It's okay because it's kind of one of those relationships where we talk, then we cannot talk, but then we can talk and then not talk. You know, it's just kind of like those nice relationships where you could not talk for months and then all of a sudden talk and then be like, "Hey, bud, how's it going?" You know, he always is doing some crazy adventurous stuff and all that stuff. So yeah.
I would like to mention that we have Tracy Chapman in the chat.
I know Tracy Chapman.
and David Gray. So
Yeah.
we're a musician packed chat tonight.
Is this? I know. Is this what this is? And we got a sub. Okay, this is our music sub right here. Okay, Alexa, she can be our backup singer over here. Sunny,
Right.
I'll try swinging in. I'm on this move again. If you go live, I think I am live, Gonzo. Oh, okay. If you go live, I'll swing in this week. Oh yeah, okay, no problem. I'll let you know when I do. I'll give you a more advanced warning. You know me. I just kind of do things by the kind of like Gonzo, just by the seat of my pants type of person.
I think her exact wording to us was, "If you want on, get on now."
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that was pretty
it
much
was kind of like that.
Yeah. It's like, okay, bitches, you guys want to go live? Let's go live. Okay, so let's get into Delphi a bit here because people are probably going, "Can you guys just shut the frick up and talk about?" No, okay.
Right.
We have to talk about our lives. Hi, love you, Gonzo, my bud. If anyone doesn't know who real Gonzo is, go to his channel. He follows and works boots on the ground for a lot of the cases.
Awesome. I'll have to check him out.
Suzanne Morphew, blah, blah. Real Gonzo. Okay, guys. Great human being. So next to my husband, he's just like a millimeter below because my husband has to. Yeah. On there. But hey, John Smith. Okay. Hi, Copper Horse.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I think the occult principle, if you will, goes. You'll see that illustrated over in the tarot deck, and I think the channel is called As Above, As Below. Yeah, I still don't care about him though. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. But meaning, I don't really care about a lot of other channels, to be honest with you. There's only a few that I really admire as creators, and I don't know. I know someone said he spoke highly of me, and that's okay. I just didn't like the fact that he was using my work and kind of talking like it was his own, but maybe that was just, whatever. Yeah, thank you, Sub. Anyway, okay, so what I would like to show you at the start, I'm just going to pull up Open Secrets video because I want to talk about that, and then you guys can talk about whatever you want, okay? Is that fair enough?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay. And again, you guys, CD channel is oh my God.
Analysis of a crime.
I know. That word's stumbling over my tongue lately. Analysis of a crime.
They have great mods on that channel.
Yeah, right?
Shut up.
Adam, there you go, dude.
You're hilarious.
Okay. I still wonder can somebody still tell me why Open Secrets is in jail? I'd still like to know that.
And I still don't know for sure. I've never heard for sure if she is. Is she for sure?
Well, yeah, I think she is.
I mean, can't you look it up? Her name's Sarah, right?
I don't know what her
Yeah,
last
but
name
we
is.
don't know her last name. Her last name's not secrets.
But you know the chart. But you know like what she was in jail for. So.
Oops, sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna play part 16.
That question is for me.
That question is for me, like
Wait.
20, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna Copper Horse. Okay, now I want to sing that, down Copperhead Lane or Copper Road Lane or whatever the fuck it's called. Now all this singing talk, you make me want to think of songs when I'm looking at Copper Horse. Copper, whatever.
Family.
What? All right, so stop screen, share screen, share screen.
Okay.
Part 16. Okay. And
Until the trial's over and you and I can sit down and talk truth, I think it's possible, especially with the drug use. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. You think what's possible? Answer that question.
I think it's possible that you could be the bridge.
If you think that's possible, then I have no fucking desire talking to you whatsoever.
Do you think that night that she told you that or someone had said there was videos, do you think that was when you and her first were able to talk about it and it was like so fresh?
It wasn't even Ashley, just herself that told me that. It was Ashley and a woman named Tamsin Rick told me that shit.
Same girl that told you that you had a hit out on you?
Yeah.
okay, so whoops. What happened there? Oh, look at it. My thing looks like that if I don't. Sweet. Nice. Okay. But my thing doesn't show I'm talking though, does it? There. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so mostly what I was, Deb, she put Adam.
Ah, I hit the camera.
Hey, beautiful. There you go.
Wowza.
Yeah,
You look
looking
hot,
pretty
Deb.
rough.
There
I'm a
she
hot mess
goes.
today.
He's not going to get me on it though. Deb.
I'm a hot mess.
Sonny,
No,
we
you're-
have a camera in your room. We're already watching.
Are you? Okay, good.
Oh no.
See me with this shirt on and buck naked below that, and that's me. All right. Well, it's more, I would call it more of a pajama top, a long pajama top with my vape. Picture that sexy ass moment. All right. Okay. So what I was playing there was, let's take it back a little bit to Garrett Kurtz and Chris Matthews. Okay. So most people in here, I think, have watched. Okay, you know what? Just do me a favor. For the people that are in chat right now, hit 1 if you've watched Open Secrets, and hit 2 if you have not watched Open Secrets videos with the Delphi case. I'm just curious, because I hate wasting my breath if I don't have to. So 1 if you have seen Open Secrets, and 2 if you have not listened to Open Secrets videos. Come on, people. You guys got keyboards and learn how to use them. Let's go. Come on. Oh, Sub Rosa, you don't know what you're missing. Copper Rose, Forrest, Brett. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, you gotta watch them.
Gotta watch it. You guys want to learn
Full of
more about Delphi? Yeah. If you guys truly want to dig for your own information, go listen to Open Secrets. Yeah. Open Secrets, Greeno. Oh, now there's a name that comes up with every douchebag person around. Greeno. That guy, his name is everywhere. So I don't think for 1 second that guy doesn't actually know. I'm not hunting. I'm not gonna look at my email right now. What's your thoughts on some of what I sent, and have my permission to bring some of those screenshots up on a live? And I will specifically do a live with your stuff, hunting, as soon as I understand fully what you have been showing me and saying, okay, fair enough. Okay. So is, yes, it's a YouTube channel. I'm gonna drop the link, I guess, for that, for Open Secrets. I'm just amazed how many people actually hit 2 that hadn't seen or heard of, watched Open Secrets. Yeah. Okay. No, my hubby, if he's streaming, he doesn't care what I'm wearing. That's funny. Hey, Aspen, I moved to a place. Oh, is Tracy flirting with you? Hold on. Hey, Aspen, I moved to a place small. Yeah, it's big tussle one day. Going to my neighbor. No worries. I got guys to bond with. I got fast cars. Oh, there's Jen. Jenny from the block. Hi, Colette. How are you? Hey, y'all. Okay, so let's quickly go over again with Open Secrets. For all of you, I just dropped the links for Open Secrets. There's a bunch of videos. Go to her playlist. Open Secrets, regardless of what anyone says, don't listen to them. She did a great job of interviewing. She's the only person really that started off with interviewing Garrett Kurtz and Chris Mathis. And she took the lead in that. And of course, give credit where credit is due when it comes to Open Secrets. Because again, you know, we know that Garrett Kurtz murdered Nicole Bowen. And we also know that Garrett Kurtz strangled Ray Hanish, and he deserves his justice because it's not a strangulation. It was natural causes at first for Ray Hanish. Then it was deemed as a homicide, but no, it's murder. Okay. Garrett Kurtz murdered Ray Hanish. Okay. They stole his TV. They stole his car. They stole his money. They killed him. He was a gay man that was a nice, nurse. And I was just reading the story again on the Facebook group. And I'm going to have to pull that up or share the link for that as well. One of those amazing spirits, amazing people. Just, think of like how Adam is here, guys. That's like Ray Hanish is like another Adam. Okay. Just the vibe, that whole kindness aura, that whole beautiful aura that, that just kind of glows around certain people. That's exactly.
Such a bitch.
Okay. Like that, I was giving you a compliment too. And everything.
Thank you.
But no, but you know what I'm saying? that aura if that light is like one of those like round light, soft lights that he's using to create that aura,
It's a filter.
The filter.
It's the Renaissance filter.
But I mean, those people that have just that great aura. Okay, so that was Ray Hanish. Yeah. But so bottom line is that if people, like I said, really want to understand some of this case, go to watch Open Secrets. At that 21:10 mark on 16, okay, that's where Garrett Kurtz is saying, hey, Ashley, it wasn't just Ashley that was saying that. Basically, it was, it's hard to make out the name, and I'm not going to say the name, although I do know the name, but it took a lot of work, and then actually, guess who found it before I did? Because I was showing it to her, and then she found it before I did.
Deb.
No.
Why?
Pork Chop, my friend Pork Chop, because I hadn't talked to her in a while. And
Pork chops and applesauce.
Pork chops and applesauce. You got it. So I was talking to Pork Chop last night because I hadn't talked to her in a while. And she was just like, hey, are you ignoring me? And I'm like, no, I'm not. It's just that lots of times I just am tired and I forget that someone's messaged me. You know how sometimes if you're at work and you look at a message, but then you forget because my brain is all over the Delphi stuff. And I just forget. So I felt really bad. So I was talking with her for a while yesterday. And then I came upon it. I asked her to listen to that recording as well. And then I was going to somebody's Instagram or something like that. But anyways, and then the next thing I know, she comes back and goes, oh, here it is. And I'm like, oh, damn Pork Chop, I love you. So anyways, so Pork Chop is the one that found it before I did. And I thank her so much. Okay, so my bottom line is this, okay, guys? So you have Chris Mathis, who's talking about Garrett Kurtz, talking about Delphi. He's talking about how he wishes that he would tell the whole story, yada, yada, yada. Go listen to it for yourself, okay? Trust me, you guys will learn a lot more, or you guys will make some more understanding to this case. because as I keep searching and digging, and as we keep searching and digging, you just keep finding, like tie-ins and tie-ins. And if there's one thing that's very consistent, is that the shit hangs out with the shit. I'm not kidding you. Every time you see a certain person, you'll always see these other little shits attached to them, like the same ass names over and over and over, And I'm not even going to say those names, even though I swear to God, this Pruitt chick, this Christine Pruitt chick, and I'm just going to call her out. I think her name's something. I see her, I swear to God, in a Facebook groups. Yeah. Like, I see her name attached to every douchebag, because probably she's in the same boat, because you are who your friends are, for the, type of thing. And whenever I go to anyone's Facebook, these druggies, these killers, these meth heads, whatever you want to call them, they're all part of the same packs everywhere. And whenever you find one person that has something, you'll find pretty much at least a good 5 to 10 names of those same other people over and over and over again, whether it's on the Klein side, whether it's on the Abby and Libby side. Okay, but anyways, and when I say Abby and Libby side, I'm talking about like the Delphi area side versus, say, the Peru side. But anyways, so Garrett Kurtz talks about Ashley Garth and how Ashley Garth told Sheena Cottrell and Nick Edwards about the murder tapes, right? And then, of course, Open Secret says, hey, oh my God, did she tell you what was on them? And he's like, no, because she shut me down. And then so later on, if you watch 16, it's like she kind of combines a lot of what Garrett has said in that particular episode. But don't shortcut yourself. Listen to them all. I swear to God, it's worthy. But anyways, so at the 21:10 mark, he basically says, it wasn't just Ashley. It was like this other person, which I'm not going to say the name of, basically, like, that's who you want to talk to. So found the name, and sure as shit, not only is she attached to all these people, she's also attached to family members. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so here you have someone talking about Garrett giving out names about who to talk to or who also knows about the murder tapes. And that same person is on a family member's Facebook thing. And then, of course, Nick Edwards, of course, is on her friends list as well. And you just know that it's all connected to each other. So, of course, I gave that family member a heads up and said, hey, look, I'm just going to let you know that this person is on your friends list. They were talking about the murder tape. Would you like me to, I basically asked, would you like me to show you the tape? And then, of course, she said yes. Yeah. So I explained to her because I'd never really explained to her. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm talking about Becky. Okay? I'm talking about Becky. Because I think it's just disgusting that this person that is connected to these other people is on her friends list. And yet she knows something about the murders, probably, like pretty much guaranteed. If Nick Edwards is on there, Sheena Cottrell lives she lived about 4 blocks away from Keegan Klein, right? So all I've been doing is looking at all the connections. And I wish I could sit here and show you more, but I'm not ready to do that yet, to be honest with you. And then I come across another profile. And you guys, should I say the name or no? The one with the tummy.
Or
hold back still.
I wouldn't, because we don't know if there's
there's definitely a connection there, because all you have to do is look at the girl's friends book to see
I just meant the significance of it.
Pardon? Yeah.
I just meant the significance of it.
Yeah.
Because, then people will message her and, she has nothing to do with anything. But...
Well, yeah. Okay. So there's this profile that I come across, and it's a female profile. And it's someone taking a picture of their stomach. And if you guys kind of remember that, actually, you guys, where was that topic talked about? The stomach. Was it from the friends that bloke?
Yeah, about Tony.
Yeah, about Tony and Keegan.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
how one of them.
he had also bit his wife's stomach during a fight. And
Right.
he has some kind of fetish with stomachs.
Yeah. Okay. So
and I think I said because he hasn't seen his in a long time.
so this person, and yeah, and if you guys want to, I think I'm just only because I'm catching this name, Dusty Hooper. You guys can go search him on Facebook as well. Hunting Evil. I mean, he's all about connecting, but Karina McClurkin is his passion. But it's not just about Karina; it's about the other cases connecting as well. Basically, with these pieces of shits, okay? Because that's really all that they are. There's no better word, or for them, to be honest with you, because people that go around murdering, like I said, you can just look up their whole. I shouldn't. You know what? Well, no, I shouldn't say pieces of shit. A good chunk of them are, because all you have to do is look at their criminal history and what they do to other people. And to me, anyone that affects other people's lives in a bad way are pieces of shit, type of idea. Like when you're robbing people, murdering people, stealing from them, stuff like that. And, you know what? I'm sorry, but drugs didn't force themselves on you. You took the drugs, so right. You have to pay for the consequences. So, but anyways, at the end of the day, there's this profile, this female profile, and she's showing a picture of her stomach, basically. And I'm like, oh, what does that remind me of? I'm looking at the friends list. And of course, who's on the friends list? Okay. The one person that I keep finding everywhere right now, Anthony Greeno. Just Anthony Greeno everywhere. I can guarantee you, I bet you any money this guy knows exactly. If no, I'm not going to say he was part of, I do not know, even though we've heard things about that. I'm going to say, I can bet your bottom ass dollar that this guy knows exactly what happened, and who's the players are, because he's attached to them all. He literally is. He's attached to them all, Mr. Scumbag himself. But anyways, so on top of this, right, I look at the person's friends list. Mark Palladino's on it, right? Another Palladino's on it. And so this is kind of like the whole thing. And some of you guys might be confused about this. So if we go kind of back from the start, it was Ron Logan. It was on Ron Logan's land that the girls died. Garrett Kurtz worked on Ron Logan's land, and him and his father and his grandfather, grew up. They knew Ron Logan, as if it was family, basically. He had been down on his four-wheelers or whatever, his quads, whatever, hung out there with friends. Anyways, bottom line is the girls were murdered on his land. Now, we all know that Kurtz went on to kill a couple more people in 2019, strangulation of Ashley. On Jason Palladino's Facebook, you'll see him make a remark about his sister. And if his hands weren't tied, what was that comment? Or something about if his hands weren't tied, he'd be dealing with them. And it was one day after Ashley's strangulation from Garrett. Okay, you guys can find that on Jason Palladino's, and you can find the fact that Jason Palladino and Sheena Dillon / Sheena Contrell are connected, because it's right beside that part where he's talking about getting her tattoo removed, or whatever. So bottom line is that you guys know that my POI is KD, okay, and so of course that's Kurt's good friend. Another name that we'll consistently see is the Pope Joy. Well, the Pope Joy, Keegan Klein shared the Pope Joy murders on February 16th, right? Like I said, so all the connections are coming together. You can see it happening. But anyways, so then you see like the cryptic note with Palladino's name. You hear Garrett Kurtz on Open Secrets talking about Palladino's name associated with Delphi. You hear Chris Mathis talking about Garrett Kurtz in Delphi. So again, I'm not here to sit here and make that shit up. The shit has been said by those people, stuff like that. Okay. So when I sit there and I find this person as well that Garrett Kurtz is talking about, and then I see that she's on Becky's friends list, and then on top of that, Nick Edwards is on her friends list, plus the other scumbags as well. You know, it's just really a matter of, holy fuck, is this really, like, yes, about drugs, but is this just one big sick fucking twisted pedo ring? And then you see this girl's Facebook that has Palladino attached to her, all the pieces of scum attached to her, and I keep seeing it everywhere, just everywhere. And it's just a matter of, that's all I was doing all last night, was just connecting and connecting and connecting and connecting. I know it's easier to see a visual, and in my head I'm thinking, okay, how do I want to present a visual to people, because I don't really want to sit there, and I don't really want to keep sitting here putting out people's names that might have nothing to do with it, but yet I see their shit ass names everywhere connected to these people, you know. But there is definitely um there's definitely a big connection going on here. And honestly, I can't tell you where FBI is or what they're at. I sent in information that I thought was really pertinent about who this lady was, that was mentioned about knowing about the murders tape. So I sent in that information to the FBI, and again reminded of that connection type of idea. And yeah, so it's just more digging and digging and digging into making the bigger connection. Because, how do I explain that? Because it's really, you guys, it's just really about, okay, here's Keegan Klein, here's Tony Klein, here's, you know, kind of like those pieces of shit around them, including them. And then there's the other side. It's like I like to feel like it's the other side of the bridge in a sense, you know, into the Delphi side. And it just looks like a big drug, pedo, sex trafficking, porn, and you're just trying to figure out who was it really that brought the girls there. Was it purposeful? Was it revenge on Derek? Or was it not revenge on Derek, and it was just because somebody else was pissed off and wanted to see Libby hurt, you know?
Was it a
you know
collaboration?
Was it a collaboration? And
right.
you know,
small town USA.
Right. And that's kind of how I feel about it. But you guys, this all started, like I said, from, well, besides the BG already knowing that part, it started from, you know, listening to Open Secrets and what they had to say. And people, you know, that were so willing to jump down my throat and stuff like that. Like I said, I wasn't trying to put, you know, like sci-fi, you know, into reality. It's just, that is the reality of who's talking. The people that are involved in killings is the people that are speaking up, but everyone keeps kind of pushing that to the side. And yet I can sit here and keep finding connection after connection after connection, including, again, the people that are talking about the murder tapes. So, and then when I look at their Facebooks and they have connections over to the Klein side, it speaks volumes about what's probably really going on here. And it's just a multitude of, go ahead. Yep.
And I think that searching for those connections is what's going to lead law enforcement or sleuths or whoever to find out what we need to find out, to find that missing piece, because everything in life is relational. Who you know, who you know and what you know. So
So my thing was this, you know, here you go, Paul. Here's another email. I should say here's another email. I sent him about probably 6 the entire time. I don't rush to send things. I send things that I feel are pertinent. And yesterday I really felt like once Pork Chops gave me the name and we started looking into it and the different things, it was just like a big connection to who was talking. So again, they don't have the manpower to do what sleuths can do in a short period of time. Maybe they had that connection, maybe they didn't. I just wanted to make sure if they didn't, now they know, and now they have that connection, you know. And yeah, and I also wanted Becky to, because I talked to Becky here and there, but I think this was the first time though that I really was, the first time I had sent her some information, but this is a while back now, probably a good, you know, year, 8 months ago. But now I have advanced in that information. So I was like, you know what? Let's give you some truth to what's being said out there. You know, let's give her some truth, and she can either accept it, which she did, and she wanted, because she's like a fighter like me. She's a Cancer as well. Yeah. Sorry, she's a Cancer as well. You know, it's kind of like me. I block out the negativity of this case so I can plow away at the information. Whether or not it means I'm looking at whatever is a potential crime scene, doesn't matter. It's all just about justice for Abby and Libby, and whatever they don't know, okay? Then I'm gonna forward that in, whatever they don't know or whatever. Like I said, I'll forward the information to the FBI. Maybe they know it by now, maybe they don't. Who knows? We don't know where they're at. Simple as that. I remember the Jiffy Pop had one burst on me, hurt like heck. You guys talking about popcorn? Really? Oh, you guys are talking about, I love popcorn. You know, the ones that you popped up. Anyways, okay. I know if that didn't make sense to you guys, I'm sorry, but
no, it did completely.
But for people, if people go back to my Delphi 3 video, regardless, it still holds its water for the most part on why the BG is the BG and the connections. It's just that now we know more because of of Keegan Klein and Tony Klein. But you know, I still really feel, I don't even know what I feel anymore, to be honest with you. I'm so much on brain overload. What I'm saying is that I don't really know if they were part of the whole, like they're part of it regardless. Okay. Meaning Keegan Klein is for sure. Where his dad fits exactly into that puzzle, you know, we know that Keegan Klein, it was his phones. Okay. Regardless of whether Tony Klein was using it or not, Keegan Klein owned these phones. So we can
his
say
phone?
Keegan, huh?
Did you see his phone?
His phones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like those were Keegan's phones, right? So whether his dad used them or not, they were still underneath Keegan's name or whatever. Regardless, still two hunks of shit, right? Like father, like son. But that, I mean, he's a prodigy of his father, obviously. You know, when you grow up in that environment, you know what I mean? It's just so sad. It's just really sad. Yeah. And then you see all these girls, like I said, as I go around looking, you know, like little hoes, okay, of the internet. These little 14, 15-year-olds showing their little boobies to the world. Like when I say that, you know, when they take the pictures so that their tits are right there to look down upon, because that's how they think that they have to do things to get noticed or something. So they're making, like, they're 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever, but yet they're doing these very slutty moves or pictures on the internet, just to get people to like them, be friends, who knows. Attention seekers is what it is. Attention seeking. And it's sad because that is a pedos, right? That's like giving them a Christmas gift right there, to be honest with you. Anyways.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm done explaining that. Now, Deb and Adam, you guys can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm going to put myself on mute, have myself a drink, and just listen to what you guys want to talk about. Okay, what? Adam? Well, I mean, Deb, you can jump in with Adam as he's talking or whatever. Because Adam obviously wanted to do a live tonight.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Okay, going on here.
I'm never going to ask if we're doing a live again.
Yes, you will.
Oh, yes, you will. Okay.
You can't help yourself.
Well, I don't, you know, like I said, I did it for you. And I just wanted to let people know it's because it's like, you know, okay.
If it wasn't for,
go ahead.
If it wasn't for Adam, we would just be a big blob of nothing, sitting there doing nothing. He has to kick our butt to get us on here.
I was really, because I hadn't looked at our chat, and so I was really just trying to catch up. And then I was like, I don't know if I missed it, because I was like, at one point I think you said I'll explain it in a live tomorrow, and then I wasn't sure if that was from today or yesterday, and so that was from the day before. Today.
Yeah, and then I was just like, you know, my intentions were there. Then I was just like staying up till 4:00. Like I said, you know, my heart and soul. And I know your guys' is too. and this is why we go to bed really late and we suffer sometimes. The connections is what really is what I'm always looking for. Who's connected? Who's connected to Garrett? Who's connected to Keegan Dunker? Who's connected to the Paladinos? Why did this happen? Why? Who? Why? And why did they do this? You know,
Right.
Like why? Why? And in order to know why, you have to know who.
Oh,
Because
well,
exactly.
I can one thing I found out today. I spoke to friend one again.
Oh, did you?
And
cool.
I did. And I just point blank because I was looking into the person that lived with him that has the first name Adam.
Right. Oh,
and,
yeah.
There's the part of the transcript where the Emily Ann account says, "Hey, it's Adam," and so I just point blank said, "Hey, what can you tell me about this?" And I said his full name, and his response to me was, "I've never had a roommate named Adam. I don't know that name."
And so where did that name come from again? That other name Adam that you're talking about?
If you look up the address, the name is listed.
Okay.
It doesn't have I wasn't able to find the time on the internet that it said that the person lived there. But friend one told me that he was not his roommate. And I never saw that person. I never saw him connected to him on his social media, but
yeah. Will you do me a favor though? Can you just put his name into our chat if you're again? Because I totally forget. Yeah. But I'm just gonna go for a second because I have to go to the bathroom really bad, and you guys can just talk away for a minute. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. Another thing that I did ask him today, which he did not answer, was we talked about, of course, a lot about Keegan, and I realized that I didn't have like 100% clarity on like the even the exact month from when he moved in to when he left, and so I said, can you tell me how long he lived with you in Vegas, and from what like time to what time, and he didn't answer that, but that doesn't mean he won't. It just means he didn't. That was just an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
So, and not that he has to or should feel pressure to.
So, something, I'm losing my voice. I was outside in the cold wind all day at soccer yesterday.
Did they win? Sorry.
No, they did not.
Okay.
They played two teams that have a lot of players on it who are from foreign countries who are really good. Right. So it was they were exhibition type games so that they could just kind of see where everybody was at this time of year, because our real season is in the fall.
Right.
So we had two games that they would see how they could play against these two teams who are really tough. But they did really well. Huh?
I said, well, that's how you learn.
Yeah, they did really well, and my son played very well. He's a center mid, so that's all I care about. No, I'm just kidding.
Everyone here in North Carolina, where I live, everyone is talking about basketball this weekend because it was the whole Carolina Duke thing.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing only because something caught my attention right here? Sorry to interrupt. So
Mark
Ramsey, he says, let me just put that up there. Oh, I did actually already have it. You blame Kurt's friends forever. Are you changing direction? You definitely owe some apologies. And so does every other crime secret. At what point, Mark Ramsey, were you not listening to what I just said? Yeah. Like, seriously. At what point, grab yourself a couple of brain cells, because at what point did I not say that Garrett Kurtz, Ashley Garth, Palladino, and the others are all connected to the Delphi murders? So I owe nobody no apologies, and neither does anyone else. Thank you very much. I just hate it when I see shit like that. It's like, do your goddamn homework before you beak off with your mouth to me. Shut the hell up and go do your homework. It's just like, what part were you not just listening to? Like, what part did he not just listen to?
None of us are going to apologize to a serial killer who killed
two innocent people. First of all.
We could care less about him.
But it's like you blame Kurtz forever. Dude, grab yourself some brain cells. Go watch Open Secrets. Listen to Garrett Kurtz talk himself, idiot. I hate idiots like that. Here, I'm not even going to apologize to you, Mark, because you're an idiot. All right, go on. I seen that, and I'm like, dude, did you just not listen to what I just said? Like, did you literally not listen? No.
It's
so
one of his
head up your ass, go watch Open Secrets, then come back and discuss it with me. Idiot.
On what planet would we owe an apology to someone who
I know.
Right. Now, I mean, Sonny has always said if she finds out that she was wrong, that she would apologize, but she doesn't have any purpose to apologize.
I know. And I never
apologize to him.
And to be honest,
yeah. You've always been transparent about it.
Or Ashley Garth, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I've always been. The only person people say, like, would you apologize to Keegan Dunker if you were wrong? Okay. Am I wrong? No. Would I apologize if I was? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But then again, I wouldn't have called him out if I was wrong.
I know.
You know, because I'm not an idiot. I do my homework and I've done it very well. Thank you very much. It's not about freaking kudos or patting myself on the back. It's about Abby and Libby. I mean, if people can't see that, then get over your goddamn ass selves. Because that's what it's always been about. And just because I'm a straight shooter and don't like bullshit, well, excuse me, but I'm tired of it. Okay? I'm freaking 52 years old. I've listened to people, young people and whatever along the way, or older people bullshit, be fakes, be little frauds in front of me. And I sure the hell ain't going to take it from anybody off the internet. Right? We're just here to call it as we see it. Being truthful and honest and being sincere. So anyone else that doesn't see that or believe it can kiss my freaking ass. Because I do not care. It's about Abby and Libby all the way. I work my freaking ass off. So do these guys. Simple as that. And so do other people, other YouTube channels too. They work really hard. And then there's some people like little leeches that go around from channel to channel doing nothing besides babbling their mouths, spewing off in Facebook groups, Reddit, whatever you guys do. Do not give a shit. Do not care. It's always and will always be about Abby and Libby. Hence why I'm not monetized. Because I'm not sitting here. I could choose to be if I wanted to. I don't want somebody's money. You know, I don't. I'm just doing this because I want Abby and Libby's justice. Simple as that. So shut the hell up, people like Mark Ramsey. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it was Open Secrets. Thought the voice was always calm. Don't tell me to calm down. Do your homework before you speak out and open up your mouth like that, then. Ramsey. You know what I keep thinking of, actually, when I see Ramsey? And I keep thinking of John Benet Ramsey when I see that name, to be honest with you. That's what it reminds me of. Anyway, go on. I wish people truly knew me. It's like, I'll say that, but did Mark really impact my life in any which way, shape, or form? No. But no. Anyways, go on. After that,
I got nothing after that.
Standing ovation, please. No.
Look, you scared.
And I was like, rawr.
You scared Adam. He went back under.
I know Adam went back into his cancer shell. That's what we do. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
This is what happened.
I'm actually picking something out of my teeth.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, what do you guys want to talk about in the chat?
Oh, every thought in my head just left once that started.
Thank God. Well, you know what?
I did.
It was my bad. I sat down. You know, it was like cereal. You know, when you go to the freaking grocery store and you sit down and in the middle aisle is all the expensive cereal, right? Well, that's what happened there. I sat down. Mark Ramsey's name was right smack center with this thing. And I'm like, did I literally just not say and talk about how they are connected? And then I see that comment and I was like, whoa, move over.
He didn't realize it was Open Secrets. He was.
Yeah, I don't care.
He thought it was Open Secrets talking. Thought that.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Probably give him a new asshole, right? He's probably going, whoa, bitch.
He didn't know what happened.
When it comes to Abby and, you know what? When it comes to Abby and Libby, and how freaking hard that I've worked and how hard that we work as a team. The reason when I say I, it's because I was on my own thing from the get-go. Doing it myself. And as we've moved along, it's become like a teamwork now. You know, so it's kind of like the story about who it was and whatever was there. But now as it's growing and people have evolved in my life in a sense, and it's growing. So now it's like teamwork. We work our asses off each day. If people could see our chats, you know, in our messenger group, you know, it's nothing besides constant. Like we're talking like 1 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m., 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Talking about the girls, sharing information, you know, and on and on and on. Right? Because that's what it's all about. And yeah, and so when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, look, I've been preaching this for months and I have not changed my story since. The stuff has been added to the story. And I always said that the storyline I am unsure of. I'm just going with what sounds most logical. But then the Keegan Klein thing opened up for us and we got to see a lot more stuff. Yeah. Okay. But my BG will never, not for one moment, not for 1 second, not for 1 millisecond, my BG Keegan Dunker will never change as the bridge guy. Never, never, never. Okay. I am over analyzing his face and doing whatever. I've done that part. I don't need to prove that to anyone. They can either figure out with Open Secrets and that Garrett Kurtz and Keegan Dunker are good buddies and Austin Popjoy are good buddies. And you guys can start finding these connections yourself. Because once that Keegan Klein transcript came out, okay, it opened a whirlwind of other information. Right? I've never claimed that the storyline was accurate. It's what seemed the most logical when you looked at what was being said and the cryptic note and da-da-da-da-da. It's still pretty much in that same line. I even said a long time ago, if it was about a snuff or not, I didn't use the word snuff film, but a sex video, you know, that's when I was talking about more about Fouts. So I don't think that Fouts is washing his hands clean here. I'm just talking about Fouts, and if it was a video, like was it maybe perhaps about a video being made of the girls' murders and stuff like that? You know, and well, I mean, and that's because of Open Secrets, though. That's because of those words. So I had a few different paths, but it wasn't really like it was whether or not it was done by one person, whether or not it was done for to do with sex trafficking, or whether it was a revenge-based thing. Everything seemed to lean more towards revenge, and it still very well could be true, but it may be not. But I've never claimed that for sure 100% it was. It's just what sounded most logical. But as we're seeing more things pop open, it still seems pretty logical. But right now I'm even questioning, is it revenge? I mean, Abby and Libby, and you can see why you would reference revenge because of these people that he pissed off. Right? And Tina Rodell and that's talking about stuff like that. Question, does KK and Katie, are they friends? Okay, Alexa, for that one, I don't honestly know. And thank you, Colette, for the nice comment. Keegan went to Kokomo. Hi. Hey, if you're going to reference people, though, you have to reference KD or KK. So, Hunting, I think you're talking about Keegan Klein when you're saying that. But please reference KK or KD when you're talking about a Keegan, because there's just too many freaking actually us Keegans out there. So let me put it this way. I know that Keegan Dunker knows the exact family of the family that Keegan Klein said, hey, I can just go over there anytime. And then that's when the transcripts say, but not as Anthony Schatz, because they don't know Anthony Schatz. He's like, no, as Keegan Klein, right? Oh, 1 second. 1 second.
Alone again.
No, apparently I locked the bathroom door because, you know, there's like 2 ways into the bathroom. So apparently I did. But anyway, so he knows that same family. Okay. That same family is on his friends list as well. A lot of that family is in Frankfurt. Okay, so knowing that Austin Popejoy seems to be a big part of this as well when it comes to who knows who. I'm not really sure what he's saying there. I think he was talking to me. But anyways, so do I physically know if he knows Keegan Klein? No. Does he attach from a lot of different people to the same people? Yes. Now that those transcripts have come out, I can see where the attachments are finally. Before I couldn't seem to find them, but it was because of those transcripts that come out. Now I can see where the attachments lie. So if I have a starting point, or if I even have a point at all, right? Because it's not just about the bridge guy. This is way bigger than that. If I have a starting point, and I have a Garrett Kurtz, and I have a Palladino, and I love how Garrett Kurtz never brings up Keegan Dunker as one of his friends, even though he hung out with them before that. Like, for instance, too, you guys, if you guys did the searching I did and these guys did, you guys would come back going like, why is everyone's Facebook's missing from freaking this time to this time?
Yeah.
Like that lady that I'm talking about knows about the murders, right? Remember? Okay.
Yeah, that's always puzzled me. Every person that we've talked about that we feel is connected to this murder, you look in that space of 2017 to 2018 is gone. There's nothing there. Why? Why would it be missing?
Any updates about exactly? And just so you know, like the lady, for instance, that I'm talking to that's connected to Becky, for instance, like her Facebook totally gone between September of 2016, till into 2017, like down into the summertime. And you'll keep finding that. You'll find Keegan Dunker's missing for 3 months. You'll find all of their little fucks, freaking Facebooks missing for that amount of time.
The reason that stood out to me is, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have a cousin that was murdered, and he was murdered several months before Libby and Abby, and the Indianapolis police told our family that we could not tell anyone that he was missing for a long time. Could not tell anyone that his body had actually been found. We had to bury him in a empty grave with no marking, because they said they were about to arrest somebody and they didn't want the case screwed up. And that went on for a year until until his father just said, "I'm done with this," and he went to the press, and it was on the news in Indiana, and so. Anyway, during that time, the people, his murders have never been caught, although we're pretty sure we know who it is. And the people that we feel it is, they have an empty space. They all left Facebook at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like right then, and then came back on like a year later. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then they start thinking it's a little bit safer to do so.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's really it. Again, when people want to come in knocking and slinging shit, I'm just saying, shut the hell up, go do your freaking own homework, and then you'll see exactly what we're saying to you. Yeah? Like I said, I'm not here to please people. I'm just not. It's here for Abby and Libby. Like I said, I just have a very little patience when it comes to bullshit. And when I see people like just knocking me down or others down, like I seen we just Adam was showing us on Reddit, right? Knocking CD down, bloke down, fig down. Why? These are good people.
Yeah, I was shocked by that because I don't ever go on Reddit, but I happened to look at it today because I hadn't looked at anything in the last 24 hours, and so I was like, oh, I'll look at Reddit and see if there's anything new, like going around, and like I saw that post dogging bloke and fig. And then there was another one with like 200 comments, like dogging CD. And I was like,
yeah.
And it made me really, I was like, oh.
It's like anyone that has a voice. And you know what? These are the people literally that do this. These are the people that literally have such miserable effing lives themselves. Literally, I mean it. They got nothing to do. They don't truly do any homework. They sit on their asses all day staring at shit, freaking staring at their Facebooks, thinking that they're sleuthing around. What they're doing isn't sleuthing. All they're doing is no different than any Facebook group. They sit there and they use other people's information. Like, here, look, True Crime Garage says that this is a Subaru jacket. Let's all believe it because he has confirmation from somebody within the enforcement that this is true and blah, 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 blah. And then people are like, oh my God. But it's the same shit that happens on Reddit, The good ones that are working their asses off to work hard, that have sincere love and care, are the ones that people keep wanting to bully. And it doesn't faze me. It bugs me that people are that venomous in life and that their loser lives have no fulfillment or whatever is going on in their own life. Because those people, like, listen, I deal with this shit all the time. People that sit there and act like that, they're just deflecting their own issues back on you. I'm a happy-go-lucky person, but on here, I don't put up with people's bullshit because I don't have to. Right. My life isn't the internet. My life is about caring about Abby and Libby's case on here. That's it. Yeah. And then
if you ever notice if someone's in an unhappy marriage, they like to they want to like hear about your unhappy, like if you have a fight with your husband, they want to know all about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So misery loves company.
Yeah. Well, no one can ever take away my love and compassion, just like with you guys too, right? It just they can try all they want to. But sit there and go on these posts and like I said, CD's our next copy. You want to dog him, but why don't you go? But
they were questioning. This person was questioning that he wasn't even actually a cop.
Right, it's because they're stupid. Right, and that's just how stupid these people are. Yeah,
right.
I'm not.
It's the same reason people it's the same reason people attack Kelsey for saying she was going to dedicate her life to finding her sister's killer, but then she goes on a vacation, and people are like, "Oh, I thought she was dedicating her life."
Right.
And I'm like, so she's not allowed to go on a vacation?
I know.
Yeah.
I've just
learned. They attack her and they're like, she had something to do with it. I'm like,
yeah.
I've just learned, honestly, I've really gotten to the point where I'll bring it up from time to time, but I've just gotten to, I literally, at the start, I cared more so because I was like, wow, people are freaking ignorant in this group. Wow. But anyways, I've just learned to really ignore them. Actually, I find it very comical because
it's a distraction.
It's because their lives are that pathetic that they need to try to sit there and bring other people down. Okay, people will say, those type of people will say that I'm doing that. Go look at what you're doing and go look at what I'm doing, and then tell me, okay, that I don't give a shit about people. I'm at least doing something. Yeah, I think it's pretty visible to the smart ones that people that literally are, out there every day sitting there grinding their asses for Abby and Libby with no attachment, no family attachment, no nothing, versus them sitting there doing nothing is a huge difference. So
you can tell the people that do it for inauthentic reasons versus the people that do it because they care. Yeah.
Well, it's just the ones that sit on their fat asses in freaking Facebook groups, freaking got no lives, going, here, let me just open up 5 chats. Over here, I'm just going to beak off here.
Well, it's just like, why do you think the main news organizations didn't report on the murder sheet transcripts that were released until like almost 3 weeks after they were released? Uh-huh. It's because, it's because they, we knew about it for 3 weeks.
Right. Well, I was going to say maybe not quite that long, but yeah.
Well, it was 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of funny though? A little bit how all the sleuths already knew about all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's just like on the news everywhere.
Because then it's like monetized. It's a story, so they can get people will tune into the show if they advertise it.
Well, and what was really funny is that we already knew who all the people were that were redacted. We'd already figured out all the players before they.
And now it's annoying because you're looking through stuff, and I'm like, oh, what do you mean breaking news? And I'm like, that's not breaking news.
See, that's what I'm saying. So the true sleuths should be proud of themselves, really, because like I said, we were already digging and CD and all that. They were already doing their thing, figuring out who's who's, because you kind of already had a basis of your information and stuff like that. Right. And then other people just rely on other people to give them the information. And but there's good people in that part and there's bad people. But at the end of the day, it got the exposure again that for Becky and the families and Anna's and Abby's family and stuff like that, it gets the big exposure going on again. And that's, again, right? Because then you have Ray Hannish, who never got any exposure at all.
Yeah. Hey, Sonny, look
Yeah.
at what Journey just posted in our private chat and read that. It's a Facebook. Read it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, let me just find it quickly.
All right.
Open it up. Open Messenger.
Okay, while you're looking at that, I'm going to say something else, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard an interesting thing the other day which got me thinking. What if the car that was parked at the DCS building was the murderer's car, and he told his cohort, one of his cohorts, to stay with that car, and he went to help Dunker come get the kids, routed down the hill, and he said, wait for my signal and let me bring the car, and when I give you a signal, I'll bring. Is that your dog?
No, it's mine next door. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And so, okay, let me start over. That was so distracting. But anyway.
Tell the Dunkers to quiet their dog down, Sonny.
Yeah, really. So anyway, okay, so he says, stay with the car. We'll give you the signal when we've got the girls down the hill. But he didn't get the signal because the girls, when they got down the hill, ran. But the guy was supposed to bring the car around to the driveway, the private drive, because that gate was open, and pick the girls up there. But that never happened, and the car stayed there because the girls ran to get away, and he chased them, and that's how they ended up over there. I thought that was an interesting theory that I heard about the car, like what was the time of the car and the private drive with the open gate, because he was supposed to bring that car around to that private drive.
Right.
Anyway, have you read it, Sonny?
Yeah, I read it. I'm not taking it seriously, though. Honestly.
Really?
Are you talking about the Garrett Kurtz thing?
It looks like they were having a little fight.
No, that was him. He put out a video as that above and below guy. Put out a video about Dunker. Went through his little rage thing or whatever he does. So
the thing about drug addicts is they turn on each other pretty quick.
We're talking about somebody that lives in Canada versus somebody that lives in the States here. As asked or whatever his name is below.
Wait, are you talking about the Garrett Kurtz comment? Or
no, you're not looking at the right thing. You're not looking at the right thing, Sonny.
Sonny, look at the Garrett Kurtz comment she put.
Oh, I've seen that Garrett Kurtz comment. It's an old comment.
Yeah, it's about Jason Palladino.
I've seen that comment. The one about Palladino?
Right, but there's a comment about, he said.
Hold on, one second.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be quoting as above.
Deb, while she's looking at that, I've always been a little confused about the CPS building and the car because, they came out with that, we're looking for information on this car. And then I heard that it was dispelled, that it wasn't true. So I've always been I haven't really honestly focused on it too much because my mind couldn't wrap around it.
Yeah, they were obviously looking for the car because the police made the announcement.
Right.
But they said they knew who the car belonged to, but they were looking.
Is that where the Pat Brown thing comes in?
I don't think so. They knew who the car belonged to. They were looking for who was driving it.
Okay.
There's a difference.
But they never said what car it was, like what kind of car or anything it was, right?
No, not that I know that they ever.
I've heard speculation, but.
Yeah. I think you were thinking about Pat Brown's truck that was parked.
That was the cemetery.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So they did find out who owned the car or where it belonged, but they weren't sure who was driving it.
To answer someone's question in the chat, if I remember correctly, the private drive is on the oh my gosh, it's not the Mears. What's the other family? Not Ron.
Brad. Now you got me doing it.
Weber.
Yeah, Weber. Brad Weber.
The last name was what? Yeah, it was the Webers. I think it was their private drive.
Yeah. Hey, Weber.
Yeah, Alexa. I've always heard of a white car or truck. I've heard both.
What? Hunting? Well, Sonny, Adam, and Deb, what these people want is me gone. So.
Oh, I wasn't. I've not been keeping up on the chat like 100%, so I don't know.
I haven't been either. What? Somebody telling you to leave the chat? You don't have to leave the chat.
I think Hunting's entitled to whatever opinion he's got. So I'm sorry. I don't know if Hunting's a woman or a man.
No, Hunting's a man. That's Michael. He's welcome here.
Yeah. So.
But the thing
I don't want Hunting to leave.
The only thing is that when Hunting sometimes gets like where Hunting can over spam the chat with stuff. So I just ask that, right? It just doesn't get spammed. Because it is annoying by any level when you see a post and a post and a post and a post and a post by the same person. So if I can ask you just, to space out your posts a little bit there, Hunting. And like I said, anything, like I said, I looked at your emails today and stuff like that. So that's all I'm going to ask is just be respectful of not over spamming the chat. Okay, that's it.
Crickets. Yeah, I think Tony Klein did have a white truck at one point. I don't know if he still does or not, Colette.
Right. I know that when the speculation I've always seen about it being a truck was that his didn't match the description of the truck in question. But I don't remember. I think was it an extended cab or something that people said it was.
Yeah. Joey, that's a good idea, a good thought, that maybe BG and his crew were squatting at the Weber since nobody was there. I mean, Brad was going over to check on it, but it was the camera wasn't working on the Weber's property, was it?
It was not.
Yeah.
No, it was either it wasn't working or it just wasn't. They just didn't have it on because they were they'd never had an issue before, to my knowledge. So.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything suspect about that.
Yeah. Hey, Lunatic Fringe. Welcome. Hey, Sleuth.
I just looked at the time. I was like, what do you mean morning?
Well, I was just going to say, as I was looking at the live, I was like, hey, is that Sleuth in the house?
Okay, yeah. Sleuth.
I think Sleuth hasn't done a live. He's probably on burnout himself. Probably busy.
Joey, did the Webers get searched? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did.
I think they did. Okay. Yeah. I know that his mom was out of town and she flew home when she found out. And I heard, I don't know, it's rumor that she hired an attorney. So, I mean, that might be something that you would do if your property got searched and something like that happened. I don't know.
I can understand that. And if there was a question of your private drive being used to, probably access a crime scene, possibly.
Yeah.
Sleuth saying hi to us all. Hi, Sleuth. Sleuth, if you want me to drop you a link and you want to talk, you can. If you want to sit and chat, feel free. Hi, JoJo. How are you?
And Sleuth got dragged into that Reddit thing a little bit with the CD thing. Or the fig thing. I can't remember.
Yeah, fuck those people. We don't care about those people. Those people
mean
nothing.
I just didn't realize how vile it was.
Like I said, I'm sure there's a lot of shit slung my way that I probably 95% have no idea about it.
Just Deb's subreddit. That's the only one that talks bad about you is Deb.
Is that really? Oh, I thought it was my mom.
I said the only bad stuff I've read on Reddit about Sunny is from your subreddit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's more like all the bad things we do together. Yeah. And then there's Adam, all innocent with his freaking, what is it? Archaeological hat or no, what was it again? What was that lady saying? No, that what she called you out, Mona Melissa or something, and Mona Lisa. What's that word I'm looking for, Deb?
A renaissance.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Like an abstract, but.
But anyway, yeah. Adam has a good compass. Do you, Adam?
Thank you.
What do I have that's good? I just have. I know what I have. So Adam has a good compass. Sunny has a good ass. There.
I think he said Adam has a good compass.
I have no ass.
Oh, well then.
But
I
don't know what to say.
Yes, Adam is always innocent.
As above, so below. That's his name. He dropped, I think this is his 4th one today.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
What's it about?
I don't know. You guys want to watch it?
I had to watch Rick's. I'm sorry. I had to watch Rick Snae's video.
What are you waving at?
One second.
Spoofing him again.
Oh, who was telling? Was it CD that was telling us about that? And then we watched it. I didn't know who Rick Snae was, so it didn't make sense.
Oh, Rick Snae,
that video cracked me up. I had to watch it.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny as shit. Yeah. My husband, you know what? I love how my husband, he's like, you can't have shares. You can't have shares. And he comes back with a big ass Sunday for me from Delphi.
Well, you better not go on camera if you're gonna have a Sunday, because I'm gonna be jealous.
Well, I'm not going on camera.
I haven't eaten in like 40 years.
My smiling face is, you know what? I'm so happy. My ass is smiling, and it's not going on camera.
Hey, Adam. Chinchka says for you to prove it on your OnlyFans only.
I said I sent a heart
Fans
emoji.
Only. Oh,
we can
funny.
We can just call it members only.
Hi, Sharon.
Oh, damn.
I just want to say, actually, no, I'm not gonna say anything. Wait, see the statement Arturo said about typing messed up statement about the video, probably leaked out the video. Oh, then Palladino blocked them. Huh?
Magic Mike.
I grabbed some waffle cones and cookies and ice cream. Oh, nice.
Now you guys are making me hungry, and I'm on a diet. Come on, people.
Why would you be on a diet, Deb? You're gorgeous.
Oh, I love you.
No, you are. You are.
Yeah, no. COVID has not been good to me. The COVID time. You know, you as you get older, you have to stay on top of it. You have to get stuff on.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I get it.
All right. As I'm saying that, downing a freaking sundae. Strawberry, by the way.
Yum.
Yeah. Well, I figured if I keep going this way, I can probably make it to the 50-meter mark when I roll. You know, my next goal is the 100-meter mark after that.
We're going to have to roll her across the bridge.
Yeah. What was that old joke? Roll me in flour and find the wet spot or something like that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
TMI, Sonny. TMI. Oh, my goodness. So did she ever read the Garrett Kurtz?
No,
Facebook
she never did.
post I told?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So what do you think about that? Because Journey thinks that he probably leaked out about the video and then Palladino blocked him.
Okay. So you're saying the one here, it says, love it when you get blocked by a scared ass bitch named Jason Palladino. Guess some ain't made that way. Survivalist of the fittest. Well, that was a hashtag, that part. And then it says, Terry Douglas says, you bitch made. Okay. Nice English. Nice English. And then Garrett Kurt says, show me WYA. Show me what does WYA or A stand for? Show me what you're about.
Where are you at?
Oh, show me where you at. Oh, Mr. Fighter there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then that a true guy, which is rather decent to look at, by the way. Not gonna lie. Okay. He says, where the video at Garrett Kenneth Kurtz? Oh yeah, but that's just to me. Okay. So how I take that is that hold on. That was let me go back to that. What year was that he said that? Because you know how sometimes it says 3 years, but it was really like 2 years. Mm-hmm. I don't. Oh, so something just popped up in my thing. Okay. So that was like yeah. So that's basically when he's talking to Open Secrets, and he's bringing up the video, and he's just basically saying, "So where's the video at? The murder video?" Because that's what they were talking about. So I guess it depends on how you want to take it, but that's just that's pretty much, I think, when Garth was fucking Palladino around that time too as well. That's when they were going through their relationship issue shit and stuff like that.
Wait, she was with him too?
Yeah, she was fucking him too. Remember, Garrett Kurtz said that in Open Secrets. You can see that he purposely said it.
I forgot. I thought it was Chris Mathis.
I know. He was fucking Michaela.
No, she never said Mathis.
Oh, sorry, not Michaela.
She didn't have sex. She wasn't with Mathis. She was with Palladino. Okay.
She was with Palladino. Yeah.
I get the crackheads all confused.
I know it's hard to keep up, seriously, to be honest with you. But yeah, so wait, is PC, you referring to me? Okay, Slew says, see you guys later. You know when it was? It was you, Adam. You scared him away again. Mm-hmm. Joey, you are so right, dude. Her face, yeah. I mean, I think if a truck ran over it and a train, it might be an improvement, perhaps. Just saying. It might even out the ugliness. I don't know. Well, don't make me say stuff like that, guys. That's rude. Sunny, stop it. Okay. But yeah, she's not exactly attractive. She used to be a lot better looking before the drugs took over and shit and murdering people. Mm-hmm. So as for that comment, I read nothing more into that to myself than just besides it was a comment about when Open Secrets, and he's like, hey, like, where's the freaking tape, murder tape? So this is what I'm saying, right? If you have Garrett Kurtz bringing up about the murder tape, but hey, he doesn't know. Like, I love how all these people, and this is the point too, guys. I love how all these people are failing the polygraph test because they're all fucking lying pieces of shit, right? Julian Powell said he failed the polygraph test, right? Because you know that little dick has some knowledge somewhere of something, okay? You know, Klein, we know Keegan Klein and his dad, Tony, would fail the polygraph test in a New York second.
Well, you know what's funny is Keegan and Garrett Kurtz, they failed on the same question.
Of course they did. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what law enforcement tells them anyway.
Mm. But, so.
Yes.
It's just one of those things, like, what are those windshield wipers on her chest? Okay, so
they're probably drooped by now.
But at the end of the day, what's good to know? What's good to know? What did I miss? That they are really failing because they will tell you what they failed just to see how you react. Oh, I know what you're saying, Jenga. Trust me, I believe that they're failing. But that's like Kurtz going, like, you can tell with Kurtz when he's talking, he's like, you guys, I passed. But it was only because I didn't answer this question right. And then you have
to back to back.
Right. And then you have Keegan Klein over there going, yeah, I mean, of course I'm nervous and have anxiety. Of course I'm not going to pass. It's just excuses. You know, those guys failed regardless. You know, freaking that we know that Liberty was talking to Keegan Klein, right? We know that this was a whole setup of some kind. And it's just a matter of who all was in the setup and what was the reason for the girls getting murdered that day. Was it
the only thing that would lead me to suspect that is a tactic that law enforcement is using that might not be true is that that question specifically is so pertinent to the case
Mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can see them asking everyone that question. And, but I don't know. I just found it interesting that they both failed according to the Ellie on the exact same question.
Yeah. What, Joey, when you say, I hate to break it to you, Garrett, Mama failed or Mama lied. Yeah. And you know what the
Hey,
problem is? Go ahead. What do you got to say?
Joey just had a really interesting comment. He said that Ashley Garth, and I looked it up, she wears a teardrop necklace, and tattoos of teardrops on her face represent a murder. And I looked, and it looks like she started wearing this necklace, at least by the pictures that are on Garrett's page. I don't see her wearing that necklace in pictures until 2018. So she's wearing that necklace in the 2018 pictures, but not before. So that's interesting.
Yeah, his friends are involved. It's a combination now. Like now that we see a bigger picture. Oh, sorry. So I'm so sorry. I thought you were looking at something, Deb.
No, I said something and then it was just like crickets. No, nobody, neither one of you guys came back.
Okay, you're talking about the teardrop. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
No. I thought you were
funny.
Yeah, so sorry. I was looking at a comment, and then crickets. Okay, so she started looking or wearing a teardrop approximately when?
It looks like she started wearing the teardrop necklace in 2018. The pictures I see before that, she didn't have it on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it sounds like that Garrett Kirk killed somebody else prior to Ray Hanish even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was a gift to her because, I don't know, because they took, did it for her. I don't know. It's just another interesting little piece.
Yeah. I know. And there's so many little pieces. And like I said, I'm so focused on I'm focused, like I said, myself, guys, on the Garrett Kurtz side of things, because we know that there's that side. We know that there is. It's not even a question. There shouldn't be a question about that. I mean, heck, you freaking worked on Ron Logan, the new Ron Logan, and the girls are dead on that property, right? Hence the fact that the BG and him are friends. Hence, it's just how more can you keep tying things in, really? It's just, what are the chances? What are the chances? What are the chances that the person that's talking about the murdering tape has Becky on her list and then has Nick Edwards, another person that Ashley told? Because Peggy Garth is friends with both Becky and Anna, right? Now, Peggy out of this would be probably innocent. She might know shit, but Peggy's just there to take care of Ashley's fucking mistakes. In a sense, look after Ashley's kid. Because Ashley obviously couldn't take care of her own shit. And now she's in jail while her son, whatever's being raised by Peggy. So I feel sorry for these people. The families that are being impacted by, the products of some sperm or whatever of their own children or their kids' children and stuff like that. But, I don't even know what I was saying. There was something about whatever. I don't know. Just about the connection of, that was it. It was about, the fact is that the Keegan Klein thing came out. So now we know that more happened in the story. There's more to the storyline. It never took away from the Garrett Kurtz side of things, because that information was already there and relevant. It's just a matter of who's actually involved and who actually knows, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that Garrett Kurtz participated in the murders. I will say that Garrett Kurtz had full knowledge for sure of who was involved and what the storyline is. Keegan Klein knows exactly probably who killed the girls, because he was involved in the whole fucking ring of it. So it's just a matter of, where do people fall into the big puzzle piece? So Keegan Dunker lands himself on the bridge, okay? But who else if it was, because I just can't see it. I still can't see it as one person going, hey, let me just go solo, let me just control 2 girls, let me go do all this, and did it. I just can't see that. But not that it's still impossible, because obviously there's a chance, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, again, it sounds like, oh, what was funny was that one of the people that's attached to that lady that I talk about the murder tapes, you know which name is attached to her? McCain.
Say that again. Say that again, Sonny.
The lady that I speak about, I'm pretty sure it's her, because I looked at so many fucking people. But the lady that I speak about, the last name that was attached to her was McCain.
Huh.
Yeah. And I was like, huh. Because what goes through my head, to be honest with you, is if we know, or if I know, right? Because I've showed you guys. If I showed you guys the microphone, the headphone and whatever, okay, and then they were supposedly had walkie-talkies, that does kind of make me wonder what the fuck, if that part is true about the walkie-talkies. Either way, if it's true or not doesn't matter. It's a matter of fitting the people where they belong in the proper place of the story, and how many are involved. Because there's going to be a shitload of people that family, like I said, when they say families are going to be, torn apart, they freaking mean it, because it's true. They know, they have a lot of information. If they don't maybe have the final puzzle piece, they know exactly a lot of people that are going to go down when this does go down, and it's going to break a lot of families' hearts and apart. And I thought Ashley was Kurt's girlfriend. Yeah, on and off. But then she started screwing Palladino as well. Like later when they were going through that rough time when they broke up. Yeah,
he did that. And she also would do that while they
got back together.
Drugs.
So sorry. I mean, was Peace talking about my email earlier? I'm not sure. But I'm just going to, if anyone does, have any information, and I'll get back to you when I can. Delphi Murders, okay, at gmail.com is my email. Okay, Delphi Murders. Make sure I do that right, okay? Yeah, Okay. Yes, 10 years in Alaska. That was on, Sleuth is the one that called, actually. So I remember that. Right, 10 years in Alaska. I'm not going to put too much brain power into that one. I already kind of looked for a day, but it's still, I mean, it still sits there in there, but
it's definitely a code to somebody, whether it's a code because he doesn't want to answer the phone because so many press are calling, and he's waiting for the response back to that before he picks up. I don't know. I think he's
trolling people, because he's gotten so many calls. Because if you noticed it a day later, I found out that I wasn't the only person he deleted from Facebook. He purged, he blocked, I think a couple hundred people on Facebook.
Wow, he didn't block. Yeah, he didn't block me.
Apparently he I think people said he'd gone through Facebook groups, and if for Delphi, and blocked people that had commented in some of them. I don't know, because I'd never but I don't care.
So he's in some of the Facebook groups.
Or I've heard that speculation.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I wouldn't shock me for sure. Or Candy Hayes and stuff like that for sure. But anyway.
I also do now remember listening to one of the videos that somebody, whether it was law enforcement or someone said that, it was law enforcement, that he and his dad had both been in some of the groups.
I even heard on a chat.
You say that.
I even heard on a chat the other night, I don't remember whose it was, that people were saying that he'd been in YouTube chats. So, I mean, what else can he do? He's not leaving the house really, other than to work. So he's probably got a lot of free time on his hand. We know he likes to get online.
Yeah.
Show your stomach, Deb.
I know. Show your stomach. Show your stomach. know, right? I'm just going to quickly answer Mark back on this one. I went off on you because if you were listening, like I literally just spoke about Kurtz and the connection and everything just prior to that comment being put up there. And I'm like, at what point have I ever changed what I've said? And so if I'm talking about it just like a minute before that, and then I see your comment that says, well, you're going to owe people a lot of apologies, if you're changing your direction. And in my head, I'm like, at what point did I even just say that at all? At no point did I say I was changing direction. If anything, there was more added to it because now with a bigger understanding of where Keegan Dunker falls into play, because I know now that Keegan Dunker knows the same family that Keegan Klein knows, and some other people as well. But I know that one specifically. So at what point were you not listening to me to make that comment? So yes, was I offended by that comment coming out of your mouth? Yes. Because at what point did I say anything about that I was changing direction of Garrett Kurtz? And when I see someone telling me that you'll owe people an apology, means that you were not listening, And so, yeah, like I said, when I work this hard and then I see that comment, right? And I never even mentioned anything about changing directions. Yeah, it irritated me. That's why.
But you did not get banned or deleted, Mark. So
I know, right? Normally, I would just go, I don't care how long you've been following me for, booth or whatever, because I don't care. It's not about the people subscribing to me, and it's not about anyone really. It's really just about Abby and Libby. I'm not.
Well, it sounds like it was just a misunderstanding, right?
Well, I mean, it's not my misunderstanding. It was his. I literally just talked about it.
All right,
Sonny was right again.
Let's just start over.
Be right back. Oh, okay. It's okay. He wrote that just because he's like, you know what? Sonny's talking. I can't really interrupt her, so I'll just say, yeah.
Yeah.
My point
let's start over. Let's start over from scratch with Mark.
Yeah. Okay. Fresh. Yeah. He'll know better than to say that. Mark, I will not, unless I specifically comes out of my mouth that I literally say something like, look, I was wrong about Garrett's, but that's not going to ever come out of my mouth. He's so busy talking about Delphi. It's ridiculous not to include him in the knowing part and knowing who is involved. Just like the same thing we can say about Keegan Klein. Klein's fat ass, we know, was not sitting there on the bridge, around the bridge. If any, he could have been in the area. I still highly doubt it, but it's plausible. But he's definitely not the bridge guy. And do I think that Keegan Klein had the ability to bend over and probably kill someone? No. Maybe he had the ability to fall on someone and kill someone. That's about it. But I don't put like I said, neither of them can breathe barely past walking a foot. Like, to be honest with you. You got one guy that...
I did look back. I think there's some misconception, and I don't think that Tony Klein's a BG, but I did look back in 2017, and actually Tony had lost a bunch of weight and was in good shape, and there were pictures where he killed some pretty sizable deer, and you have to pick those up and carry them out. So I think back then he might have been in a lot better shape than he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. Who looks like the BG? The only person that looks like the BG is...
Okay, I gotta tell you this, Sonny.
Okay.
The guys in the chat have been saying, Brett started out saying, Kurtz rewrote the song "When a Man Loves a Woman" to "When a Man Loves a Man," and then Joey said, or "When a man loves a woman who looks like a man." But the best one is. Let me find it.
Am I missing these comical moments?
Maybe,
I'm sorry, guys.
Hang on. Let me find it. Where did it go? Oh. Then Brett says, yeah, but the other man might be Anthony Greeno. Oh, you guys are too much.
Anthony Greeno. Yeah. I want him. I want him to drop soap.
Yeah.
I want
He'd probably make you PayPal him before you did it.
I know. Just PayPal me money and I'll drop soap. So, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I think you guys, I think again, what's in front of your face though is, hey Adam, didn't I say you were hosting the show tonight? See, you can't let me talk because then I just.
That's why we're here, though, Sonny.
But just look in front of you, okay? I mean, I put the measurements there. You guys can look for yourself. These are their faces. It doesn't matter if they were Chunka Wonka or not. This is still where they're, vertically, their measurements still lie. Okay. And I think we can clearly see who's matching who. This isn't me trying to make something fit into something it doesn't. These are just clearly, I mean, you can see where Tony's little scrungy, like him and Keegan have pretty much the same small little area between, like theirs is even smaller than Keegan Dunker's, to be honest with you. It looks like, well, it definitely is. But I mean, and look at their chins alone should tell you people that they're not the BG. Who is Pork Chop? Oh, Pork Chop's my friend. After we seen Keegan Dunker holding the pig up on February 13th of 2019, right? Because of the whole pig intuition, whether it was referencing police, whether it was something that was left at the crime scene, whether it was pig, who knows? He worked at Indiana Packers regardless. It was just, I'm called Tammy and she's called Pork Chop. Pork chops and applesauce. I should call myself applesauce. But anyways, okay. I mean, like I said, I'm sitting here. I just think that there's a lot of stuff that I put out there that if you guys truly, people stop being kind of lazy is the truth of it, and started really looking at what's being shown to you or told to you by Open Secrets, you'd understand the case a bit more and the people that are involved. I do go to the extremity of sleuthing people. I do not lie. Who is you? Who is you, Sonny? Initials. What? I don't understand that. What does that mean? Mark says, who is you, Sonny? Initials.
Where?
I don't know. At the 922 mark. I'm not sure what that means, really, actually. Either way, I still believe Greeno has a lot to do with this as well. He definitely knows. Yeah, he's on every piece of shit's list out there, including his own. Who is you? I don't know what that means. That's not even English. Me too, Foray. What's the darn holdup? Yeah, yeah. He wants to know your POI. He knows who my POI is. Said he's been following me for a long time. They said, you've been following me for a long time. You know my POI? I've said it like, what? Hold on. Are you on drugs? If so, get off them. Because did he not just say he's been following me for a long time? He did. I've seen that. You guys there? Oh, wait. Adam said he'd be right back. Debbie, you're obviously reading something.
Or I went to mod on another channel.
Yeah. Mark, I'm confused.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was here. I was just responding to something in. I was responding to something in the chat.
Yes, and you're wrong. No, and I'm right, Mark. Okay, go ahead, Mark. Tell me why I'm wrong. Please, okay. I'm being serious. Go ahead,
Mark. Been in your chat before?
I don't even, honestly, he says he's been following me for a long time. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you. If he has.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. There's certain names I see all the time that I know, and then there's other ones. Maybe he has.
I've never seen him before but he could be watching quietly.
Maybe he just doesn't talk. And okay, so tell me why I'm wrong. Are you his brother?
And what are you wrong about? What are you wrong about?
You're saying that I'm wrong about my POI? So go ahead as you sit there and chat, telling me how wrong I am. Tell me why I'm wrong. You can't just say you're wrong. Say, tell me why you think I'm wrong. I think I probably showed the most amount of pictures and everything to show people the BG. And I make no qualms about it.
Right, Journey.
GK is not my guy. GK looks like your guy. No, he's not. Garrett Kurtz. It's his friend, dude. It's his friend. It's his friend. How can it look at the markings just on his face alone? BG. Okay. I mean, this isn't really rocket science, is it, people? I don't think so.
No. Yeah. That's not Garrett Kurtz up there. That's Dunker.
Right. This is Dunker. This is the BG.
Sorry.
Right? Keegan or Kagan. Oh, Kagan Klein, Kagan Dunker, and Tony Klein. And that's a BG. I think we can clearly see who has the exact spacing of the BG. Freaking go measure it, actually. It's crazy. I mean, I'm going right from where the eyes are to where the nostril side is to where the mouth is. And I did the same just to show you guys. Right? I mean, I even put... Hold on. Where is it? Let me see. Portable. Oh, there's a little fucktard there. You're sitting on something, Adam.
It's comfy.
Okay. I got too many. I got too many. Where is it? Just trying to find.
Sunny, how tall is KD again? 5'10"?
5'10", exactly the same height that the mathematician said.
Alexa, KD is 5'10".
Here it is. This is what I want to show. Okay. I found you, booger. Which file are you in? Okay. So let's go back to share. Share screen, Windows. Okay. It's color me stupid on this one, but okay. Besides the fact that obviously when I took this picture, the stupid program more elongated the BG's face in the middle up there, but that doesn't really matter because Garrett Kurtz, right? Garrett Kurtz face, Mr. Garrett Kurtz has what I call a round chumpy face, like chunky in a sense. He has like a round nose. He has like weird smirky lips. He has what I don't even know what to call it. I call it like a round, like almost like a goofy face. What I consider a goofy face a little bit. You know, he always has this side smirk. He has a round ball at the end of his nose more so. At no point does he look like the BG. The chin alone is way longer. But look at the BG does not even look like this. Like they just don't. Okay. So if you're looking at this picture in itself, you're gonna tell me that Keegan Dunker doesn't look the most like the BG? I mean, come on. You'd have to be freaking ass blind if you don't see it. And I work freaking in optometry. Just a reminder. And the BG, by all the mathematicians, okay, by all the mathematicians that figured out how tall the BG was, it was 5'10.5 inch, 0.5 feet, 10 inches, 0.5. Okay? So he worked at Indiana Packers. Okay? He had the longer hair. He has the reddish brown hair. He worked, what else? He hunts. He knows Garrett Kurtz, who knows Ron Logan. He's, right? So, I forget my total list here. Because the way he puts his hands in his pocket, the way he has the same slouch as the BG when he's taking a picture of himself. I mean, it just goes on and on. Not only does he have a mask, he's holding a pig up February 13th. Like I said, I'm not here to hold people's hand. Go relook at my shit or whatever. But
will you hold my hand, Sonny?
I will hold your hand, Adam. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if anyone's looking at this picture right in front of their face, they're gonna pick Keegan Dunker as being the closest matching to the BG, regardless if you don't believe he's the BG. Wait and see if KK isn't pinned for this. He won't be pinned for it.
No.
They know. Go ahead. You answer.
No, I was just gonna say, Mark. I would say that the only way I would agree with that comment is if the pressure that they are feeling at this moment causes them to make a rash decision. But if they wanted to pin it on him, they could have done that in 2017, a week after the murders.
Yeah, right. So like that doesn't make sense. And that stuff to me, that stuff would stick out in my head, obviously. Like it just right. And if they had DNA, right? If they had his DNA, they obviously would have arrested him too. There's lots of things that they would have done, right? But they haven't. Right? I just don't know where I'm always dumbfounded by this.
Whatever path Mark is on, I hope that he goes down it, finds whatever end he needs to, and if that's justice for Libby and Abby, then great. If it's not, then I hope he is open enough to look at other avenues.
Yeah. So unless Keegan Klein goes, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take the rap for everything. And the police go, you know what? Somebody's got to pay for it. It's been long enough. We're just going to use you as a scapegoat.
Right.
But I doubt it.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, so unless Keegan Klein takes the fall for everybody, which it sounds like, that's why I think when you use that comment, like he's fucked over or whatever it was.
Right.
Because it's like, because he knows, right? Like, don't be snitching.
It's not good press for law enforcement to have an unsolved crime, especially one that's so high profile that it's on the national news. And so they have every purpose in the world to want this case solved. And if they could have done that in 2017, they would have done it a week after those girls were murdered. Or they would have done it in 2019 or again in 2020 when he was arrested. And it's now 2022 and they've still not given him any charges for the girls. And I think that's because they're confident he didn't kill them.
Right. I know. Yeah, exactly.
And if I'm wrong, I will be the first. I will.
Well, we're not
dance and sing and take my hat off.
Yeah. Well, but my thing is this: even if you peel away the onion or whatever, you're still left with Chris Mathis and Garrett Kurtz. Out of any other person, there's not any other people that are going, hey, I know all about the murders, the Delphi murders, right? Who else is even saying that out there? Right. These people, like, how do people not see this part? But whatever. Okay. So Ashley Garth is trying to throw Garrett Kurtz under the bus for the Delphi murders, he's saying, in a sense, to get a lesser time. Chris Mathis is pissed off because Garrett Kurtz is throwing him underneath the bus for Nicole Bowen when he was just really the guy in the driver or the passenger seat, right? So you got all these people that are pissed off because they're all throwing each other underneath the bus now when push comes to shove. Duh, that's exactly what happens. And most people out there are going, no, they have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Someone asked in the chat if you could put a still photo of BG on the screen.
Yeah, because we're talking about what his jeans look like. She wants to see
what his jeans.
Yeah.
I guess his pants.
Yeah, she was saying that she felt like they were freshly pressed and looking nice and fitting perfectly. And I was just saying, really, because I felt like they had holes in the knees and too long.
They had holes in the knee. They were grungy pants.
They were too long. They were kind of.
But hold on. I mean,
they were baggy.
Let me just go to ISP's website.
Yeah.
I agree, Jinga. They were like dad jeans, I thought.
What did Jinga say? And hi, Jinga. How are you tonight?
Hey, Carol.
Just by the wash of the denim alone if you're going by what style was like in 2017, they weren't trendy. So, they would have been kind of like, in my opinion, like a dad jean.
Yeah.
But that's also not uncommon for a rural area.
If I hit this, will it make it bigger? I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hold
can
on,
you make
let me
that
see.
bigger?
Well, I was just.
Why don't you just tap it?
Well, their picture here is the jeans, but you don't really get a good sense of it. So, I'm gonna do, I guess, Delphi motion. We're gonna do. Can that go bigger? Okay. So that's his. Like he has a hole. You can see the piece of on his like left leg when you're facing it. You can see that it's flat. Like these are not pressed
Tim.
jeans.
Here,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Tim,
send one in the chat
we
really
know
quick.
that it has.
I'm just gonna put one in the chat really quick. If you want to go to our Facebook.
Yeah, there we go.
For which? Sorry.
I just sent the picture from ISP in our Facebook chat. If you want to put that up on the screen, because it might be bigger.
Well, isn't the video big?
No, it's really
Wasn't
small.
it showing it?
Yeah, no, it was just a tiny little thing though.
Oh, and I made it so big on my screen. Weird. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe it went. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it went into a different thing. Did you put something in our thing? You said.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tim C, yes, we know that the investigation is switched to Tony Klein. We know we have researched all of that big time, and we feel that the Kleins were probably involved in some way.
You know, I'm just.
And while we're waiting for Sunny to pull that up, has anyone also in the chat heard? I heard a rumor today that Murder Sheets is putting out another transcript on Tuesday with another interview from law enforcement with Kegan Klein, which I was confused by. So if anyone else has heard that, I just was interested. And I could be 100% wrong. I'm not saying that I know that. I'm just saying that I heard that. Okay, so Alexa, do you know where you heard it, Alexa? Because I saw it and I couldn't remember where I had seen it at, or where I had seen it at.
Oh, okay. Mark Ramsey Mark, who are you talking about? He says the creepy part is the person that showed up to the motorcycle rally, assaulted a girl, and next to the parents in a video, and he looks a lot like him. Are you talking about the motorcycle ride that they did for Libby and Abby?
Yeah, just wrong direction, but whatever, it's his direction. Is this one I want? Yeah, I want this. Because I want, can you guys see that okay?
Really?
Yeah, you guys can see that okay.
Oh, that's really blurry. It's funny because the picture I sent was not that blurry.
I don't want to send a picture. I don't want to use a picture because all the pictures are all different. I want to play the video.
I sent one from the stills from ISP.
Oh, okay. Well, I still think you can just watch the video right in front of them. Like, it's right there for you guys to literally watch each portion of his little step. The slow motion. This is Digger's video.
He has skinny legs. For anyone that's in question, he's wearing baggy jeans and he has skinny legs.
Yeah,
he's got an athletic build.
To me, his thighs look a little bit bigger and then skinny at the bottom.
I don't know, but I think his waist is pretty skinny.
And I didn't say waist, I said thighs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thighs.
Yeah. And his pants are really baggy at the ankle, like they're too long.
I've looked at that man more times than I've looked at myself in the mirror.
Right. And that's a lot.
How does it look like Tony? How? Because they've told you though, Tim, that the person is young. Like they said to ignore the first sketch is basically what they have literally told you. They told you that he was young. So if I literally just showed you side by side of BG, and people just, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and argue because it's people just cannot get over the fact that this is a young person because of what they were shown from the start. Right? It's kind of like, you know, when people say stuff like, well, once you've seen it, it's hard to get it out of your head. That's basically what's happened with a lot of people. I don't believe it's more than one person at all. Myself, JoJo. I believe that if anything, like if there was some editing done to it, but I don't believe it's more than one person.
And remember, Tony Klein, I think in 2017 still was heavier than he is now.
Yeah.
Because he was diagnosed with diabetes, and he did lose a considerable amount of weight.
Yeah.
After his diagnosis.
Yeah. I mean, and you guys can clearly see this headphone here, yeah? Like it's clearly right there. I mean, I've showed you the white piece in a picture the other day. Here's the mask, right? You just got to watch him walk. And especially when it's in slow motion, you can see the two eyes, but it goes underneath of his chin. But you can see the mask. I've showed you guys the mask.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's face edited in the video. They wouldn't be showing us a video with a face edited if they wanted us, and that was way back in the beginning, and they wanted us to identify them.
Well, then, Mark and you can agree on that. Sonny, look, Mark and you can agree on something.
What did we agree on? Mark,
that it's not Tony Klein.
Well, because it's not. but here, I mean, let me just go. Where's those pictures?
And then you had to ruin it.
Now, then what did he say? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just this close.
Okay, this is the one with the headpiece beside his ear. Okay, you guys can see that this clearly is like the headphone is on his ear, whatever. The way this one kid,
Chadwell either.
Okay, it's not Chadwell either. No. And as for Evans, honestly, I don't really look into Evans. All I do is look at Evans' face and go, "Oh, you're a douchebag." That's all that happens when I look at. I don't even dive into Evans at all yet or anything. I just go, "Oh, you're a douchebag." That's pretty much what I do when I see his face. I know that, like don't for 1 second, because like Michaela Babcock and I don't know. I just look at him and go, "Yeah, he has those beady eyes. The guy looks shifty and shady." And when you know all about the different prosecutors and all that stuff that are all part of the sex ring and stuff like that, thanks to Tierra, mentioning stuff like that. So, I think I'll just go with my own work and believe it's Keegan Dunker. How about that? Okay. I think I'll just take a wild stab at it and just guess it's Keegan Dunker. I haven't done any work to show that at all, but I think I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna run with it. Hey, Adam, what are you doing? What you doing, Adam?
I'm sitting here.
Hi. Here, let me just put you
guys
guys up.
Listening to what you're saying.
Oh, no, I was just, done now. I was like looking at the comments. Let's see what people are saying. How about them apples? Hey, Deb or Adam, can you guys want to take over some comments for me at all?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just read comments?
Yeah, just go ahead and answer it.
All right. Let's see. Journey said
I wasn't really looking at the chat, so I was curious what if JoJo is referring to the picture that's on screen now, or did I miss something?
I'm sorry. JoJo is what?
JoJo says something about it's absolutely edited, but agree to disagree. And I asked if it's the picture that's on screen now.
Yeah, the picture.
Because I don't know if I missed something.
The video is there. She believes that the face part of the video was edited. So
okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Please answer.
I replied back to her and said, I don't believe it's edited. That came out at the beginning of the case, and they were asking us to look at his face and see if we recognized him. So they would have no reason to do something to disguise the face back then. But she said,
Right.
and that's when she said, well, let's just agree to disagree.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah, I hadn't been following in the chat, so that's why I didn't know where that was coming from. I was just curious. But I'm very prejudicial about the videos or images I look at because I like to go off of the originals.
Yeah.
Or I want to know how it's been done if someone has enhanced it.
Yeah.
And Sunny's always transparent about that.
Yeah. Okay. So Carol, I know exactly how my husband's headpiece works, and in fact, the headphone is truly near in front of his mouth. But when Dale Finnegan was doing the video for this, you can see that the how do I? Let me just go to the picture, I suppose. Is it this one that I'm in? Is my mouse? Can you guys see my mouse on this or no? Let's see. Yeah, you guys can. Okay, good enough. So Carol.
Yes.
So my husband games. He has the top sticks. I've seen them on Keegan Dunkers, the ones even when he's wearing them for his job at Packers. Okay, there's a piece up on the side there that that is your speaker, and it is as high as your ear because you don't need it to be in front of your mouth if you don't really want it to. But Keegan Dunker does, like this piece right here is truly supposed to be down here in front of his mouth, and that's why you guys got the shadowing. So I'm not really sure because I can go into my husband and look at his headphones right now, and he has that same stick that comes out. I'm not saying though that this is a microphone right here. You know, I mean, I've seen it on this side. Like I have seen it from this side. Whatever the hell this is, I'm not sure whether that's a microphone. Like it's like this doesn't stop the fact that, you know, like if he has a couple of, like, you can tell he has a bunch of gear on his freaking ass head. So meaning if that's another piece and he has a microphone here, I don't know. All I know is that I can go to my husband's headset right now, and that piece to his mouth, right, is off to the side of his face, and it's at the same level as his ear, because it doesn't need to be in front of your mouth to talk. That's not how those headsets are for those. But I'm not even saying that this is that. This could be an attachment of something. I do not know. I just know that he has headphones on. It's clear as day. And like I said, you know, I mean, you can see it in the ISP video. I can't sit there and tell you all this knowledge about headphone shit. I just know my husband wears it. I have a set. I can see exactly how my husband's looks. And his would have the thing on the side like that. But that's not where the microphone I'm talking about is, to be honest. That microphone is near the bottom in front of his mouth.
Yeah, it looks like a Bluetooth piece.
Yeah, whatever you want. Right. Like, I would assume probably like Bluetooth.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, like, meaning I've looked at this stuff more than probably anyone when it comes to the headphone stuff. From all the pictures I've taken, I can clearly see a lot better on his right-hand side than what is out in this video. I can see them like mechanic, the stuff that comes up behind his back. And I know that that piece that's sitting in front of his left eye should truly be down in front of his mouth. So other than that, whatever gadget shit he has going on, I can't fully tell you. It's not, you know, like, I don't know. Can't sit there and fully tell you. I just know he has a headphone set and a microphone. And that to me is clear as day. You could just look at this to realize that, to be honest with you. BG definitely has cigarette in his mouth on the bridge. Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's something. I believe it's a strong possibility because I've showed you guys after I thought he never did for a long time. I believe that he did have a cigarette in his mouth. It just, to me, it was just too obvious. So mad he is. I know, sleeping free. What's so funny? What's funny, Timsy?
Ellie has said he has a hat on. I will say that, JT.
He has a hat on.
Yeah, Ellie has. If you go back and watch some of the earliest videos from Ellie, they a couple of times say he's wearing a hat.
Mm-hmm. At 27. What's he talking about at 27? Tim, see what? I'm not even sure what you're on about 27. Unless there is someone above Tony and Keegan. I don't even know. You know, I just said I'm not even here to discuss other BGs because I could care less. I know who the BG is. I'm not like sit here to discuss that part. Really, I could care less. I'm over the BG. I'm showing you. You can either take it with a grain of salt or believe whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me none. It's just about the people and who's involved. And I think a lot of information has come our way recently, which is a good thing because it just means that the case is on its way to, opening up. And like, why is Dunker's dad having a moving still? By the way,
who's Jed?
Keegan is still afraid of his dad at 27. Absolutely, I'm sure he is. Keegan's like
who's
a little
Jed?
I don't know, Jeddah.
No, yeah, Jojo said Jed's not the guy on the bridge. I was like, oh, don't throw another name into the mix.
I don't know. I
see initials now and I cringe. I'm like, no.
Yeah, there's always been a hat. I've shown the hat too. Or I thought you meant Kitty Fast Chat. Oh,
okay, that's Jeddah. Sorry.
Still, as Gabe's illegal gun, it's an evidence bag. It hits the girls. Its DNA would still be on gun. I'm not really sure what Hunting's saying. Same as Gabe's illegal gun. Gabe Ellis. There's another really great human being that sits in jail for being a little freaking pedo himself. It's so sickening, right? All these people, like, honestly, you guys, when you realize all these people, like, that are partaking in this whole sex trafficking and pedo stuff, whether it's from lawyers to judges to prosecutors to mayors and stuff like that, it's just so disgusting. Like, seriously. Yeah, good night, JoJo. Take care. Love you. Who is Gabe? He's talking about Gabe Ellis. Gabe Ellis. Just look up Gabe Ellis. You'll see what a sweet treat he is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before we get off, I did want to share one more thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying right now. I don't want to interrupt. I'm just saying.
No, I want to do it right now. Actually, whatever it is.
Okay.
My husband's gonna need to go to bed soon anyway.
We had talked the other night about familial DNA, and I don't know who was watching. Okay. But I just wanted to drop that link again because there's a petition on change.org for anyone that doesn't know. Indiana is one of 30 states, I think 33 states, that does not have familial DNA testing in the state. And there's a lot of controversy on whether it's allowed in court there. I've been doing some more research over it.
Okay. You see drop the link, but I don't know where the link is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, no.
I'll drop it right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 936 subscribers for CD. Let's make some noise.
Okay, I just dropped the link in the chat.
Okay.
And I found out until 2017, it was not Indiana state law to take regular DNA samples from people that were arrested for felonies. That's only been in law for 5 years in Indiana, and they did it previously, but it's only been a law that they had to for all felony offenders, and add it to CODIS. It became a law in 2017 or 2018. I can't remember. But familial DNA, for anyone that's not aware, is something that has been used in several states to solve crimes. Where if you were to have DNA that is taken. Wait, I'm sorry. If you had DNA that was taken at a crime scene, even if you were not the perpetrator, they could find it through a relative, basically. And for a state that has a 63% success rate with their solved cases, I think Indiana could use any help they could get. And actually, the petition on change.org BG is at the top of the post.
Yeah.
So it's specifically to help this case. So just put your name on the petition.
Yeah.
It doesn't do, anything unless you help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I answer the question that Tim just asked?
Yeah.
So Tim says, how does everyone feel about Kelsey German having contact with Anthony Schott's account? Well, Tim, she didn't just have contact with Anthony Schott's account. She went down through Libby's contacts and through her apps, and she talked to and asked all the people that Libby had been in contact with recently if they had seen her. There was nothing nefarious about what she did. She did it at the police station. So I know that gets misrepresented when it's reported, but she has, she's told us that that's how it happened. She was just asking anybody that had had contact with her sister if they had heard from her.
Yeah. And what does your shirt say?
Mine?
Yeah.
It says love.
That's what I thought. I think he just wanted to hear you say that, or she. Wait, health inspector. Are you a guy or a female?
What?
I'm asking that health inspector because I think that's a male logo, but it doesn't mean it's a male. But
yeah.
I think it's a guy, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. We love Deb.
Oh, thank you, health inspector.
That was just cheese.
I love you right back.
He's all man. All man. Well, I'm all woman. You know why? You know why a man comes after that? Because it's woman. Remember that woman? I'm gonna say this again, but women were like freaking gifts created to the world here. Just saying. We can slice, dice. Well, some of us can slice, dice, answer phone, pick up laundry, do laundry, blah blah blah. Yeah, the men just go, oops. What? Oh, I'm sorry. There was some ketchup or socks on the floor on the way to the fridge to get a drink. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Sonny. What did you say?
Nothing at all. Okay.
I was trying to do something else.
Go ahead, Deb. You can answer that if you want.
I'm sorry, what?
You can answer that question too if you want, right there.
Here's the question. I'm sorry, I was typing.
Oh, okay. It says, is it true that Anthony Schott said he was supposed to meet up with Libby on that day but she didn't show up?
Not on that day. It was never, it could have been on that day, but he never specified that it was on that day. He just said, I was supposed to meet up with that girl, but she never showed up. That was the quote.
Correct. So technically, we can't really say it was that day because he never did say it. You know what I mean? It can be construed as people want it to. But he didn't.
They didn't reference it later in the transcript?
No, because even I knew that. Like, even though it seems like they're talking about that day, he never specifically said, like, it was never specifically said that it was on that day. Yeah. It's just, one of those things that he was supposed to meet up with her.
Hunting, I think that, if you go to the ISP website, you can download that picture yourself and zoom in really easily.
Yeah. So, like I said, the truth is all going to come out. I just don't want to sit there and say, yeah, it's for that day, even though it seems like it was.
But Tim, Kelsey didn't necessarily, she was on an iPad at the police station, in my understanding, which, it was someone in the police station's iPad that she logged into her account from. And she just messaged, I think she sent out like a mass message on Snapchat. And so I don't think she necessarily looked back through the other messages. And so I don't think, I think when she said that she didn't think they were being lured or catfished, I think that's because she believed it. She actually just recently talked about how that was a shock to them when that came out, because they had thought that catfishing was not an element of the crime.
Right. Yeah.
So, Alexa, on what page does it say that? Because I mean, I took it as that day, but then I thought to myself,
I thought there was a reference to it later in the transcript. The quote when they read it to him does not say that day, but I thought there was a reference to it being that day in the transcript. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, if anyone wants to tell me what page that was on, then
I don't believe it was. I think that people thought it was that day, and it
Yes.
implied that it was that day because he said, "Oh, I was supposed to meet that girl, and she never showed up."
Yeah, but they did reference it later on about that day. I do believe Adam was right on that as well.
Like I said, I'm not 100%, but
I have to find it right because
I
myself think that when they kind of were talking about that, he didn't say the day. But then I believe that it was referenced as if it was pertaining to the day.
Kind of when they were like recapping everything to him, like kind of closer to the end, I think. Mm-hmm. But I can look for it and if I can find it all.
Yeah.
Whether I'm right or whether it's there or not, I'll look for it.
It's only because the same thing that Deb said went through my head, but then that piece of me, when someone says I was referencing it, I'm like, why does that seem familiar to me too?
You think it was on the wrap up? Is that what you said?
I know that they referenced it. I'm just not. And for some reason I'm thinking that's when they referenced it being that day, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but you've probably been through it more than I have, Adam. You guys both have. I'm sure.
Well, I don't know for anyone that is listening. Also, I personally, I think Murder Sheet did a great job, but I got way more out of it when I read it myself.
Yeah.
And so, depending on how you learn, or I would do both.
Right.
Definitely reading the script, you can inhale it and you can absorb it yourself, and then you can really see how it's construed better in a sense.
And just seeing the clarification of who is saying what, because there are 2 police officers in the room, and when they read it, only one of them reads the police officer's part, and they read both of them. So you get a lot more of it when you see which police officer is asking each question.
Hunting, he's saying Sunny able to zoom in on both sketches while on here. Those 2 details many cannot miss. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Like I don't ever use the sketches of the BG and the BGs that are out there. That's just a waste of time for me. It's just a waste of time. If you're talking about the actual sketches that came out, they're pointless, really. The only thing that they were good at referencing was a similarity, perhaps, and that the second person was way younger because of the new information. So I'm not really sure if he's meaning those sketches, because if you mean those sketches, that's just a waste of my time on those. Yeah, I really, my problem is, honestly, is that as I'm reading the script again, then all of a sudden I'll come across something and then I'll start going and sleuthing. First sketch, bottom of lip and corner of lip, and then the messed up right eye on the other one. First sketch, bottom of lip, and then the messed up one. Not waste of time when how the hell they get the insane details. I still don't know what he's saying. I'm probably too tired. My husband needs to go to bed. Tim, that's because of that. I'm not sure what you're saying. The first sketch, bottom of lip. What sketch though? Like one that I'm showing? Or are you talking about the LE sketch? Are you talking about the BG or the BC? Yeah, the BG sketch. Because I just don't know. Because if you're talking about the BG sketch, like the sketch, that's a waste of time. Because honestly, that's neither here nor there, to be honest. Bang your head, mental health will drive you mad. I think you said mental health or mental health. Okay. He thinks there is a mark that shows a piercing hole.
Okay.
On what? The sketch?
Yeah.
There is a theory out there
Not
that
on
the
the
person
sketch.
that on the beach, some people think the person that was on the bridge had multiple piercings. I don't see that personally, but
Okay, wait. Insane spot on details shown on how that much detail when supposed to be AKAs. Oh, yeah, that is a waste of my time. Absolutely. I could care less about the sketches. The only thing I personally care about, Michael, is the BG's actual face. I don't care about the sketches at all. There's no detail on there besides showing, hey, this is a young person with this hair, probably now. Um, you know, yeah, I think if that's what he's saying. ISP first sketch. Oh, ISP first. No, I don't care about the sketches. I don't care about the sketches at all. Zero. No, you can show it on your shit if you want, but I'm not going to show that. I couldn't be asked. I like to stay truthful to what I do, and I literally could not give two shits about the sketches at all. They mean nothing to me. About that is how do you get that much detail? I get what you're saying, but the thing is that they really don't have that much detail on those sketches. And if you're seeing something there, I would overlook it, to be honest with you. If it's the real BG's face, there's a whole different story to me. The sketches are crap. The video is the only picture. Right. That's how I feel, Jinga, about the whole thing too. And yeah, and not even, like I said, and don't be using freaking an AI video before using the freaking actual video of the BG as well.
Because there's a difference between an AI program and contrasting the picture and brightness and darkening.
On there, yeah. Lunatic, yeah. The sketches don't mean the sketches literally don't mean much. I have seen countless people put side by sides. Their Godsey is famous for that, actually. Putting side by sides of people, and everyone can look like them in some way, shape, or form too. Has no impact on me whatsoever. I just deem it as pointless. Anyone using the sketches, the only thing you should be using the sketches for is just reference for the age and somewhat similarities. That's it. That's all. Other than that, use the actual video itself. Like I said, take your 600 screenshots, take 3,000 of them, then go look at it in your bursts, and then tell me what you see, because you're going to see a lot more than you think you can do. Thing is, I still know it. The bottom line is that most people don't go out of their way to do as much detail work as I'm doing. They just don't, right? They might surf, they might do certain digging. Most people don't sit there with a magnifying glass or different programs and doing all that stuff. They just don't, right? I mean, like I said, it's not that they don't care. And it's not that I care more. This is the way I'm doing my thing. Because, again, I am about attention to detail. And I want to know for myself about if I was right or wrong. I still test myself all the time with the BG. Right? That's the only reason why you guys get to see actually more pictures of BG, is because it's really just me testing myself again, going, hey.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought I'd found a connection to the BG connecting to Keegan Dunker, and you were the one that was like, I don't think so.
Yep.
And I was wrong. It was not him.
So
I mean, trust me. Sunny is the first one to question her own work.
Yeah, because it's like the stuff that I came across too. Like I said, I have a good grasp of what I'm looking at. And thank you, Pork Chop. I've already given her acknowledgement. She's in chat today as well. Even though you guys don't know who she is probably. But anyways, so thank Pork Chop for BG is KD. Thank you. Acknowledgement for bringing me that name that I was trying to figure out on the video. She's the one that also brought the cryptic note from Jason Palladino's Facebook page. Again, that's just teamwork. People helping each other because they're really trying to dig and care. She was helping me last night with the information that I was speaking about earlier today. You know, because you try to leave no stone unturned, hopefully, as best you can. But honestly, it's just it's a whack load of damn information. And when I keep seeing the same people's names over and over and over and over and over as being, you know, that they're just up to no good. They're just up to no good. You know.
Okay,
and,
Mark, I'm sorry. I thought you were done, Sonny.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Now, Mark, I'm trying to decide if Mark thinks I'm being rude. Just wanted to say that, what's he saying here? You guys are going so fast.
Well, Peace timed him out.
Huh?
Oh, Cohen timed him out.
Oh, is that why I can't find it anymore?
Oh, did somebody time him out? Why?
He said that the blonde was being rude, or so freaking rude.
Has anybody ever accused me of being rude to anyone on here?
No.
They usually say I'm the nice one. That's why.
Who says that, Deb?
Well, you do, Adam. You're the cute one.
You accuse me of using a filter.
Sonny, yeah.
If anyone's the rude one, I'll take that. I'm the one that's usually jumping off people.
Yeah, the Canadian's the rude one here.
The Canadian, yeah. Sorry.
He said, just wanted to say I love Sonny's show, but the blonde is so freaking rude.
Yeah. Such a bitch.
He follows you,
God.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Referring to who she said was involved.
Yeah, no, we love Deb. Love, you know, if anyone's rude, it's Adam.
I do not know what he's talking about.
I'm shady. I'm not rude.
Said was involved.
True. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Deb, look at but you know what? Maybe we're wrong because Deb, she blocks someone and then all of a sudden they start stalking her. People are obsessed with you, Deb. You elicit great response in people.
We need to take a group vote on Deb now. I'm starting to see what Mark's talking about here. Get that smile off your face. You can't look like a bitch if you got that smile going.
well, like he's saying that of who I talked about. Maybe I'm misunderstanding him, but it says referring to who she said was involved. I didn't say anything about anybody being involved.
Unless I'm the blonde.
Maybe. Were you playing with your curls too? Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Mine
I am tired though.
Today.
Yeah, we got. You know what? I gotta get going because my husband needs to get to go into bed.
All right.
So Deb and Adam, you guys can have any final say you want about anything. You can post your link again if you want there, Adam.
Oh yeah, I'll post it one more time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask any followers that are watching this. I posted CD's link not too long ago here, and I'm gonna post it again. And again, CD is so close to 1,000. If anyone's watching today or watches this live, then I just ask. The CD is an ex-cop. He worked in private, specializing in investigations, or what is it? Specialist investigations. However you say that word.
Specialized, yeah.
Yes, yeah. And anyway,
did you see what True Hunting says? Deb needs OnlyFans. Just ask Adam. It's the money in the bank.
What is
What?
They say Deb needs an OnlyFans. Deb, tell your son that. He'll freak out and be like, no, Mom, no.
No, he'll look at me and he'll say, don't ever say that again.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, she's not perfect. Don't let it go to her head, Deb.
He tells me that all the time. I'll say something and he'll say, bruh, don't ever say that again.
That's why you should screenshot it and send it to him in a text message tomorrow morning.
My son would always
they say I should start an OnlyFans.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. You guys are great. Thank you so much for joining us. And sorry if Deb was being such a bitch. Apologize for that.
Thank you. No,
I'll try to be nicer.
You know, why don't we just say that it was Mama since she's not here? She can't defend herself. You know, Mama, quit being a bitch. Watch Mama come on into chat now going,
oh my God.
So like, hello?
Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet.
And Sunny, thank you for coming on. I really did. I was really kind of joking when I.
So let's see. 3 hours later, I'm on still. Yeah, but you know what, Adam? It's okay because honestly, when I'm lying in bed, it's more tiring than when this kind of wakes me up a little bit. And I needed a bit of a break from just staring at my freaking iPad all day.
Right.
Hunting. I will look at your email in a few moments here. Give me about within the next 20 minutes, half an hour. Because my husband, he's going to want to get to bed and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be like, honey, go get me some water, please, before you come to bed. Blah. That shit sorted out. And then I think CD, he emailed me back. And okay. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining. And again, if you guys could go sign the petition and go subscribe and like CD's channel. If you guys could do that, that would be awesome and amazing. You know what? Stick up for the good people. Not the people that are trying to take advantage of Abby and Libby and the murders on them. But stick up for the good ones, the ones that really do care. And I speak of, Sleuth, Bloke, Fig, CD. I speak of, Frank and Marvelous Marvin and Randy. I'm sure there's some other ones out there. I don't really watch a lot of people. But I just know when I see some decent hearts and why they're in it for Chaotic Beauty. I don't really know Chaotic Beauty besides I've seen the name. Same idea, So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you when we see you, right? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm off tomorrow.
Are you off tomorrow?
Oh, fine.
I'm off tomorrow. Can we do a live?
Oh my God. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I'll even prepare myself. This is the first time that I actually haven't been on camera. And
we have to invite the rude blonde.
I know. You know what the problem is? Is that because I didn't come on camera, right?
I can't come without Deb. I need Deb.
But do you think that's it, Adam? Do you think because I didn't come on camera that Deb's blonde hair just stood out? It's so rude of you to have blonde hair.
She was probably twirling. She was probably playing with it.
Well, it's like a rat's nest today. I didn't even curl it.
Yeah. You know how Tiara did that in her one video? And she's like, okay, you're right. I did play with my hair a lot. Because when you're watching the Judge and Jaylene, all Tiara is doing the whole time is like playing with her hair.
Oh, really?
And at one point you're just like, stop. Just please stop touching your hair. Stop.
Wouldn't it be funny to see Fig on his live just be like twirling his hair?
I just read
Sleuth
Hunning's comment.
Okay, Mark, he said he's done watching our channel. You're wrong and you wear me out. Okay, fine. We'll just block you.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Goodbye, Mark.
Oh, goodbye. I already blocked him then. If he's done watching our channel. God, we're so wrong. God, I hate being wrong.
I've never seen him on here before. I think he's just, I don't know.
I've seen him a few times lately, but who gives a shit? Enjoy your path, Mark. If it's, crawling up somebody else's ass or channel, who cares? Whatever. And like they said, go start your own ass down channel. If you think that somebody's on a wrong path, like I said, that's why I don't care about, like I said, there's some people, like I said, that we talk to that we know that they might, like, you know what I mean, more on similar paths, or we're looking for the same answers and we're coming across similar things and stuff like that. And you're just trying to put the puzzle picture together. And there's people out there that are from like planet Mars and space and Jupiter and all that shit that are clueless, like totally way off base, totally clueless, but enjoy that. But bring up a damn channel and then show your shit that you want to show. Just like that ass bass below or whatever his name is. Whatever, right? I mean, it's his damn channel. If he wants, like, at the end of the day, whatever. Again, it's just really whatever. If he wants to put out, jerk off shit and, but he cares. It's just that there's a lot of wackos in this whole land of the internet, a lot of them. And I just, I just try to stay around the ones that are normal. Are mostly normal, or whatever we deem as normal.
Oh, and really quick before we go, I did want to say my heart goes out to the family of Cassie in Florida. I don't know if either of you have seen that case, but her body was found today in Alabama, and I think they've arrested the ex, and they have the 4-year-old safe with her family. So That one kind of
So
like jumped up
sad.
on the national news in the last couple days. So it was sad.
Very
But
Aw.
my heart goes out to that family.
Aw. But sorry, I didn't. You said the family, but I'm sorry, I didn't hear the name you said.
Her name was Cassie, and I'm trying to remember her last name.
Oh, okay. Either way,
she's been missing for a week today. During a custody exchange, she was going to pick up her 4-year-old daughter from her ex in the Panhandle in Florida, and she hasn't been seen since. And the ex had the 4-year-old in Alabama, and her body was found in Alabama today.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, her daughter was Sailor.
Oh.
Oh, his backyard. Wow, he didn't really try to hide that at all.
Oh, he buried her in his backyard. Yeah. Wow, that was just lazy. Yeah, let's just go bury it in my backyard because I'm not going to look there.
As far as I know, Peace, they got the 4-year-old is back to the family. Oh, maybe she's in Tennessee. I could be wrong on that. I'm sorry.
They found her. Oh,
Cassie, but no, I just wanted to say that really quick before we signed off.
Yeah. No more green or just green slime. Green slime. Oh, green slime. Anyway, her name was Cassie Carly. So heartfelt prayers go out to the family for Cassie Carly. I don't really know that I've heard of this. I feel like I heard of the story. Either way, it's just too much. Like it's like thinking, it's like talking about why do these freaking pedos enjoy these young kids and stuff like that. It's sickening. It's disgusting. These people are disgusting. And when you think of these innocent children, like Cassie here, or like Lauren and Orson Welles, and stuff like that, and you just don't get it. I just don't.
Dan's daughters.
Yeah, or you just don't get it. And I know we'll never get it. But there's just a lot of sickos out there in this world. But hopefully, anyways, you guys will find justice for Abby and Libby soon.
Right.
And, Ray Hanish and all these other ones, too, that need it. Anyways, take care. You guys have a great night.
Right.
And good night, Hunting Evil, Joey, Alexa, Dr. Annette, WL22, etc. Good night, Chaotic Dreams. Brett, take care. Yeah. Bye,
Deb, remember, you're not rude, Deb. You're beautiful.
No, she's rude. She's rude. Get on.
I'm rude.
Yeah. Bye, Laura. Yeah.
I need a shirt that says that.
Jetta, Jinga. Yeah. Okay. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Night.